See what it does. Going live. It says we're live now. And so on screen is my YouTube studio, which we don't care about at all. But I will jump over to my Google Chrome. Oh, just to peek at my OBS setup. It's got that nice kaleidoscope view going on, right? Because I was showing my desktop. I got a little camera view here in the corner. It looks like maybe we could go up a little bit so I don't chop off the heads of Noel and Christian. There we go.
I can pick the
Oh, you're right in the center.
You are absolutely in the picture. Right there, buddy.
No, there.
There. Just a little corner.
We can't see with all the white.
All right, so now I'm going to jump over to my Foundry or Google Chrome, which is where I have the screens. All right, Village of Barovia. Now, before we get too far, I got my laptop here. This is where I have my notes, and I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to go to my channel, Dave's Imaginations, and just see, am I live?
No.
Well, first of all, I don't even see my channel, so why not? So I don't really know how this works, so I don't know if I would think that going live, it would show it live. Your channel. Videos. This channel has no videos, it says. It says I'm live streaming here. So I don't know how this works exactly. So I don't know if we'll catch it or not, but I think we're just going to move on, and I doubt either Glenn or Ken are going to really want to watch this live anyway. So we'll just jump over here. So recap. Last week, the three of you were in Barovia, the village of Barovia. You had gone to the inn there, and you met up with Ismark, who was saying, "Oh, my sister, somebody helping me, my sister, protect my sister," and you kind of let him go. You were asking, you had your barrel of wine to sell and set up the contract, which you did. And I'm trying to remember, how did we get to the church? Why you were wanting to get some potions, healing potions, scrolls, and you went to visit Father, was it Donovich, I believe. And as you went in there, you heard the cries from under the church. "Father, feed me!" And come to learn that he has been stricken with vampirism. Donovich's son has been. And he charged you with maybe going and find a little something for him to eat, like a goat or a dog or something like that, which I believe Veronica went to do. And he also said maybe you could take him to the abbot in Kresk and see if he could cure him somehow. And with that in mind, we have Strider and Gloin made a coffin out of stone and with a wood lid, and with the theory of capturing him and putting him in the coffin and transporting him to Kresk. And you two spent your afternoon kind of working on that. And in the meantime, you spent your afternoon. You had the encounter with Marge, where you were trying to cast some spell, but she was kind of keen onto that, and she silenced you and rode off with this little kid that she was given. A while later, your voice came back to you, and you decided to continue your look for an animal, a medium-sized animal. At some point through the afternoon, you are told of a farmer, and they sell you a small sheep for gold piece, probably. And so you get that, and right around that 4 o'clock period of time, you spent the afternoon doing all this. You would return to the church, and you would see that the two of you have loaded you have your cart, right, with that had the wine barrel on it. Now you've put this stone box, and you got the lid fastened. You have chains. You're planning to take the chains off the cellar door, the basement door that was in that room, and use that to secure that lid on there. And so that's where we start.
So I've just returned.
Yep, you have a sheep. You bring it in, and there's Father Donovich, and yeah.
So Brinker will speak up and see. Okay, I've got the sheep. I think that we might want to save this for early morning, so like just before sunrise, so he has minimum options to run off.
Okay. Otherwise, you feed it to him now.
Right, he'll be hungry in the morning anyways.
Exactly. Yeah, gotcha.
So then we feed him in the
might have
morning.
to listen to him all night.
We're not staying here. I'm just gonna make that clear now. We're not staying here.
Did you get a pie?
I did not get a pie. I did see Marge though.
No, wait a minute. I thought he kept the pie, and you brought it.
I did keep the pie. You're right. Yeah.
You
There
did
was
buy a pie.
I did buy a pie.
What would be nice if you can save the animal for morning. You brought a pie. Let's see if he'll eat the pie. If he does, it'll make him sleep in the morning, and we can put him in the box while he's asleep.
No, we need to give him the pie tonight
Yes.
before he goes to bed.
Right.
Sure. Sounds good. And then maybe we can tell Donovich she can save the sheep for the morning, and that'll be our lure to get him into the coffin for the day. And we're gonna, tell him we're gonna get him help.
Mm-hmm. I like the plan.
And then we can go back and make accommodations for the night.
Sure.
The inn
go
wasn't
talk
pretty,
to-
but it'll do, I'm sure.
What?
The inn wasn't pretty,
Oh.
but it'll do, I'm sure.
Yes. Do we want to go talk to Irina before we go to bed?
Yeah, well, we should probably go get
I'd
settled.
like to meet her and see what she's like.
Yeah, so
I still don't understand why Strahd hasn't just come here and taken her. There's got to be something else that's going on. He can't do that and make it work. She has to be willing. I don't know.
sure. So before we'll apprise Donovich of all of this, tell him what the plan is. Does he have
But
any?
he's so hungry. You can't. Maybe get another sheep for in the morning.
Maybe we can give him
Give him
this
the pie.
Pie? I don't think you fully grasp his condition.
It's the meat pie.
It's a meat pie.
Well, that sounds delicious, but his desires are a little bit more.
Blood. I understand.
I think we don't have another sheep. We can't afford another sheep. So I think it's best if we just save it for the morning. We can get him in the coffin with the sheep. We can get him fed and then into the coffin. Is he more sane when he's fed?
Yes, sir. And I've got the wrong accent going here, but certainly he's much more. After he's been fed, he is much more reasonable and much more sane for at least a little while.
And we'll be able to get him into the coffin?
I cannot guarantee that.
Good.
Alright, well, maybe we'll have to hold the sheep hostage to...
Prepare yourself to have to subdue him.
Yeah.
Please don't kill him, though. He's my only son.
We'll do our best.
Fireball.
But we'll have to do it in the morning, before the sun rises. Or should we wait till morning after?
Well, I mean, we could do it tonight. Force him to box and he stays in the box all night.
That's more chance he can break out.
You plan to put him in this box?
Yes.
Well, it'll be protected from the light.
That's good, at least.
So we're agreed then? Father Donovich?
Yes, we'll wait for Lathander's first light, and we will try to subdue him, and you will be on your way then.
And we will take him to the abbot, where he'll hopefully be cured, and we'll bring him back to you.
And this is the Abbott and Crest, right?
Yes.
Which is the far
Right.
town.
Yes, you've been to Kretz, no?
Yes.
And you know what it is.
So, okay. We'll leave the sheep in your hands.
You best take the sheep. I don't know if I wouldn't succumb to the temptation of giving it to him.
I guess we'll take the sheep. I hope they have a library somewhere. All right. So we'll make our
So
way.
we'll see you in the morning. The daylight. First light?
First light. So we got an early wake up call. All right, we'll head over.
This is not sounding good.
Well, let's see. First light.
Yes, we got.
That means
6
we have to-
a.m. ish.
So that means we have to have an early bed, right? All right. But we're not partiers anyways, like Ruckus. So we'll head back to the inn, make accommodations, and then head over to the Burgermeister's. Burgermaster.
Yeah, you go back to the inn and you get a room. Is that what you're saying?
That's what we like to do.
And pretty standard. I believe a gold piece gets you a dinner there and a dinner, one drink, and the room for the night.
Are we talking Stride gold or hard gold?
A strad,
I
yes,
think everything's just Strahd at this point.
or 10 gold. With the
I did my belt squeeze.
yeah, I've had that happen. So you check in. Then what?
Head over to the. I don't think we. What time is it again? 4?
Well,
By now it's probably closer to 4:35.
So, I think we need to book it over there.
per. What I had here.
We would have had to take time to get to the farm, and you build
Oh, maybe that was
the.
something else.
So that's how he's gonna get us to whatever time he wants.
Yeah, it's somewhere between 5:30 and 6 after you've gone there, checked in. And
Alright, so we'll head over to the Burgermeister.
We're going to introduce ourselves, and we're going
Well, we already have with Ismark, but we need to meet with Ismark about something he wanted us to do.
Right.
And I can't remember exactly what that was.
About his sister.
Help his sister,
Oh,
right?
sister, yeah.
Oh, help how?
Well, I think he wants to get her out of town, but I don't know why. She seems, if he hasn't come to get her yet, I don't know why she isn't still safe here. So, what's
She
going
needs
on?
protection.
Let's go talk to Bismarck.
So you approach the castle. This is what
Yeah.
a view of it might look like. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusty iron fence. Iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke and choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claws marking have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a sharded glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one of them with the stains of evil omen.
Stains of evil omen.
Each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Okay.
So maybe he has been
Cursed.
trying to get to her. For
He's
some
trying
reason,
to, yeah.
Can't believe there's powerful enough creatures in there to stop
Or some
him.
sort of ward, some sort of ward that would stop him.
Yeah. Has to be.
Right, as you approach maybe the door, you notice those trampled down weeds and there's a path, a worn path going around the outside of the house.
Obviously, it's heavily trafficked. Something is definitely surrounding this place whenever
So they don't use the front door, you have to follow the path around, or someone's patrolling, or
they can't get past something. That's my guess. Is they would, something bad would love to get in there, but it's,
Well, that or it's a case of the whole
Oh,
casting evil, right? I mean,
no, I remember now. Yeah, there's a ward. A deja vu moment is hitting me from a long past.
too.
There's a ward that keeps evil things out. I didn't realize it would be in more than one place, though. Interesting. Okay. Go up, knock on the door.
Well, can we even get to the door?
Sure. You go up the stairs to the door and you kind of see that in the picture.
insight check to feel anything. I don't know.
On the door? No.
Like, do we feel like any magic?
There is no sense of evil emanating from the house or from within the house itself. But as you approach, you can hear a male and female voice, kind of muffled voices talking to each other. You hear, Irina, dear, I'm afraid he is gone. He is lost. Oh, I can't believe he's gone. You kind of hear that from...
Do we recognize the voice? Was one of
The male you recognize as Ismark.
Okay. Well, it's not Ismark that's all of a sudden disappeared.
Yeah,
Right.
right. That's where I was.
Yeah.
It's probably the Burgermeister
Or it could be some other
or some other
suitor.
I guess
Yeah.
we'll find out.
another suitor. He would be short for this world if he was.
Just saying.
I don't think Strahd likes competition.
No.
He was so good for me. So good to
Okay.
me.
Yes, suitors don't last long.
Oh. And you hear the voice, the who is it? Who's there? And it comes to the door. And one of the barred windows has a tiny hole in it. You see an eyeball looking. Oh, you from the tavern? Give me a second. I'll unbar the door. Ah, yes. You've come to help, I hope.
Well, it so happens that we're going to be in town for the evening, and we thought that your offer would be
Come in.
a good way to make good use of our time.
The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show sign of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. They bring you in, and this female comes in from the side room.
I'll just whisper to Roy, do any of these holy symbols seem familiar?
Would I recognize any of them? Does it make any difference?
Oh yeah, it's the you saw the same ones at the church. It's Lathander, the Morning Lord. I was going to show you a picture of.
So there is good in Barovia.
We don't see that.
No, I don't know why that'd be up
I
there.
don't know why that's ready to go.
You didn't see anything.
I expected her
Wow,
to be a
she
blonde.
does look like me a lot. That's a good job.
That's a big sword.
Does the face look familiar to you at all? Why'd you bring up?
Come on, did it do it? Come on. That's not what I want. Come on.
She looks just like me.
Isn't that?
So you two do a double take.
Right.
Now, she's not a Goliath,
Right.
but the resemblance is striking, as if they could be sisters. And she looks and she stutters on Varinka and goes up to, who are you?
My name is Varinka. I'm looking down at her, obviously.
Now,
I've been told about the semblance.
yeah,
It's striking.
in and of herself, she's obviously, but she is a sturdy, well-built woman.
Adult human.
Adult human, has some. She's not frail, I guess is what I'm trying to get at part. She is pretty, stately. She has led a life of some amount of more privilege than you have. And but yet.
So the sword she's carrying in hand is like probably doesn't know how to use it.
So she wouldn't be holding a sword at this point. I mean, she. So that could be later, but. So. What brings you to our home?
Well, we were at the
Tavern.
tavern doing business, and Ismark asked me if, begged me to help him with an issue he was having.
Yes, Irina, we need help. Can you not understand? As Ismark bursts in. I suppose it's true. Father is past. He succumbed to his wounds today.
The Burgermeister is.
We haven't told people yet, but yes.
How will this affect the town?
Well, she looks at Ismark. Ismark, you'll have to take on his duties. Even more reason for us to have protection, Irina. You will not be safe here. You should go with these people. Go. You'll be more safe in the walls of Valaki. But I can't go. We must bury father. If you leave now, you could get there before it's too dark. I will not leave, she says. I will not leave until father is buried.
Is now the time to tell him we weren't planning on leaving until tomorrow?
You already mentioned it.
Ooh, that's 5.5 hours.
We're not making
Walking,
it dark.
right?
Walking.
That's
Even
right.
by horse, that's 4 hours. That's dark.
Yeah, we're not
It
making
was 5.5.
It was 5.8.
All right, so we call it 6. We said going by horse was half, right? Normally would be half. A loaded cart with extra.
2 horses, right? We have a horse,
You have one horse.
and I'm sure they have a horse. I would assume that
Well,
the Burgermeister would have at least one
our
horse.
cart is probably set up for one horse.
Yes, of course. Ismark would say, "You will take our carriage and our 2 horses, and you could be there. You could be there within 3 hours, easy. Yes, it would be dark by the time you get there, but it'd be just dark."
That's really scary. I do not want to be out, even have the slightest chance. of being
Ismark,
out.
so let's step back a moment, and I think this is a possible idea. We could help. It's possible we could help you. Agreed.
It's possible.
Let's step back. What is the danger, and how does this, now that you're going to succeed the Burgermeister? Does Strahd know? Does he need to know? Is he part of the ruling? Dictating who becomes the Burgermeister?
It will pass to me as heir to the Burgermaster, and Strahd will expect me to take on those duties. There will be expectations. The Devil Lord will want his due.
Insight check. When he says Devil Lord, is there a hatred in his voice?
Insight check?
Yeah.
Not yet, huh?
Keep warning you about using the DM's die.
You know what?
14.
They're better than my dice. That's like you.
Don't come
Gives
up
me
with
time
four.
to get the right.
14 plus whatever, right?
Yeah. Plus 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Active wisdom.
Contempt hatred is easily present in his voice. So in the sense that, but also a keen respect of his power.
Right. And I'll just give them a glance at when he says devil on it.
Yeah.
I should not use his name like that. I'm sorry. It's just his minions. We believe it's his minions that have been terrorizing us.
So, minions. What kind of minions are you referring to?
Wolves and their abominations come and attack our home nightly. If it weren't for these words, for these holy symbols that we put up, and the braveness of my father and I, and Irina, we would certainly have perished by now, as our father has succumbed to his wounds.
Okay. What do you... So, first business. Let's take care of your father. He deserves the respect of a good burial.
Yes, we should take him to the church.
The church has its own problems. Do you have a family cemetery?
At the church. The cemetery behind the
Let's
church.
just not go into the church.
Well, we must get Father Donovich.
We'll get Father Donovich for you. We just don't want to bring any danger to you or Irina.
Well, of course. Fine, whatever, but let's do it. Ismar, bring around the horse. And the carriage. With the cart. Fine, yes.
I think haste is what we need to do if we're going to try to do this tonight.
No. We're not doing this tonight.
Okay.
If necessary, we'll go back to the house and we'll help guard it against attacks. And in the morning, we shall leave.
Yeah, but here's, wow.
If we
Yeah,
take
so
the time
while
to
we're
go
getting,
take care
they're
of
getting
dad,
prepared, while they're getting the body prepared and whatnot, we're going to discuss.
Gloin would have noticed as you were talking about, while they were talking about Strahd, that Irina fixes her collar. She has, you might see, she has this little
Tunic.
choker, scarf. It's not a scarf though. It's a wrap.
she's hiding something.
Well, do we really want,
I think she's hiding something.
above the table, do we really want her in proximity to the boy? I mean, he's of Strahd's ilk.
Well, we don't. But the only way we're going to get her compliant is to take care of her dad. And getting her dad in the ground is probably the best thing we can do.
Depending on what wounds he died of.
That's good point as well. I can help with that. So gentle repose would prevent him from turning.
Okay.
So I think we can handle that.
But by the time
At least
we
for a
go
few
back,
days.
we're not making it to Wallachia by dark. We do not want to be out after dark.
I know we don't want to, but we can get 2 stones here, right? And you just let me know when they're ready with the body. Or
As
let-
soon as you're done talking, we'll be ready for
So
the
maybe we can do both things at the same time, and we can speed up the movement of the boy to tonight or this evening. So 5-10 minutes to get him wrangled, right? Right.
Someone's pretty optimistic
Well,
here.
it's not going to take us 5 to 10 minutes in real life, but in the game, it's only going to take 5 to 10 minutes to get him. So we're not sitting there for an hour, right?
I don't know how we're going to.
But we will have that extra risk. Now, but we then on top of it, we get her and him halfway to Crest. More than halfway.
True.
We get into Wallachia.
But boy, if we don't get
And
there
protected.
before dark, we're going to die.
Now I just thought of another complication. How do we get him into Wallachia?
The gates are going to get
They're not going
locked.
to let him into Wallachia.
Him who? They're going to know he's in there. Oh!
Well,
I love how we do it together. Like,
well, but what about, I mean, the pile put him under.
we got to get it into him.
I don't disagree.
And
I'm
it,
just saying.
it won't put him to sleep. It'll just make him sleep longer once he does fall
Are you
asleep.
sure it doesn't? It might. Because it'll ease his.
Well,
It
PM
eases
is
the
really
brain,
told
the
us
mind.
At least it would to a normal human.
a normal.
Well, there's only one way to find out if it'll work, and that is to shove it into his mouth.
You gonna put your hands in there now?
Not without a chain around his neck. That's
hard
why I'm
to-
trying to
makes
figure
it
out
hard to
how we're going to
Oh,
control
we just
him
put the sheep in front
without
of him. He's
killing.
gonna go flying for it.
Yeah.
All right, I don't think we can.
It's a conundrum.
Yeah, I don't think we can take him to Wallachia. We can't take him to Wallachia. We just won't be able to get him in. I can't see a way that we could put silence on him. Does anybody have silence? Or a way to make him quiet?
Kill him.
Well, that's one way to make him quiet for sure.
I can put a fireball inside the coffin.
I wonder if you turned him dead. You know, if you turn it undead. If you give gentle repose to somebody who's already undead, what does that do?
Well, I don't have
Oh, what-
repose, but
here's the
I
other
can
thing.
turn undead.
What if we? Here you're the clergyman, so maybe this is a history or kind of check for him. But what if we kill him, bring him to the abbot, and the abbot restores him? Right, resurrects him. Does he come back
Would he do that? That's expensive.
He's only got one priest at the frontier with Barovia. So I don't know. If I could get him to go to sleep when we hit the Velocity, assuming I have enough spells to do that.
So his lesser restoration won't fix whatever he's got.
Another table question. Would I know if I could do successive sleeps on him? Like, hit him with sleep twice? To get him to the points that I need him to go to sleep?
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
I don't think so. What if we both hit him with sleep? I don't even know if you guys have sleep.
I don't have some.
Technically, that's not how it works.
Okay.
You could hit him with a higher spell slot or
Right, but
sleep.
I only have two. I only have second level, so.
You could always do. I love to have spell tricks. What was that with the? So I mean, I could let you do some sort of Arcana check to do a super souped up version. But maybe that'd be a roll on the wild magic table. That'd be fun.
I mean, I'm game for something
He's
crazy
not
like
with
that.
us to do that.
No, but I'm saying,
He would, as the DM, he would allow that kind of chaos.
I do have silence.
So, as you deliberate here, the cart finally pulls up in front of the front
What does it
door.
look like?
You have two very sturdy horses, muscular, well fed. The cart's in good shape. It's certainly big enough to put a coffin in or
On the back.
yes. I mean, that's why he brought that cart instead of the carriage. Bring him out. Put him on the cart. We'll take him to the Father Donovich.
Is it warded at all? Is there any wards on it?
On the cart itself?
Cart, the horses in it?
Nothing. No.
Maybe Donovich could put something on it? But those kinds of things aren't cheap usually.
Joe. Serving way one in for his potions.
Well, this is his son now.
Remove
Well,
curse.
true, but well, yeah. But even just getting the Burgermeister to
How
there.
long ago did the Burgermeister die? More than 1 minute?
More than 1 minute.
Because they said succumbed to his wounds today, which implies he got wounded.
Last night, overnight.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I've been doing a lot of talking. Do you guys have any questions for Mark?
So through that conversation Irina would say, I don't think going to Valaki tonight will work. If we give him his proper respects, we should invite the town and there will be a ceremony. It's not a 5-minute process to give him his due respects.
See?
So is it even worth it to take him there tonight?
You spend the night with us here tonight.
No.
I'm sure Ismark will insist.
You'll need help.
Okay. I'm not gonna fight that. It was risky to begin with.
Yes.
I liked the idea. It was risky.
oh, I'm not liking where you. Ooh.
I think we gotta start taking a little bit more risk. Just about the table.
You are level 8.
Yeah.
But you did almost get your ass handed to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say we almost lost Wes. We almost lost.
I don't think we almost got our butt handed to us. We definitely got our butt handed to us. Whether we all died or not, that's where we're kind of almost did.
Yeah,
Makes the game more interesting.
It did. I was sweating when we stopped. And what is it? Todd had gone down for the second time, or it was.
Oh yeah, that was scary stuff. Well, I wasn't exactly in the best of health.
No,
not as bad as Todd.
I mean, it was
I will
fine,
give
but I
that.
was so far away I couldn't get anywhere.
What a great moment. You get struck by lightning flying over.
Son of.
Bleep. Okay. So we're gonna stay here now.
Yeah, so then we're
Sounds
back
like-
to plan A. We're just gonna help him defend tonight, and hopefully get 8 hours of sleep.
And
That's key.
But so then we're gonna take the Burgermeister to the Abbot tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, are we really gonna be? Are we, per Irina's request, are we going to be able to whip up and get the whole town in ceremony mode? And I mean, it sounds to me like this
we
whole-
got to do this tonight. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll ring the bell as we go through town, and it'll attract the people that need to come.
So
All right.
we'll do that. We'll be guards there along this whole procession, and we'll
Ismark,
we'll offer.
let's go up and down the streets once to attract attention. As you wish, my sister.
So we will proceed with that with haste.
Indeed.
Maybe not the cart then. Maybe we should use the carriage.
No, the cart. So
Transport him.
It would definitely look better.
if only we had a
We could
casket.
put him on the top of the carriage. Maybe is it?
We don't have time.
Okay.
The
As long as you're
coffin
okay with it.
makers
This is
in-
your
in
this is your
Valaki.
dad.
Yes.
Your father.
And she goes into the back and she brings out this big bell. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. And she crawls on there. Would you like to ride with us, or perhaps just meet us
We'll
there?
ride to the town and then we'll
Very
walk
well.
alongside.
You walk along as we take. We'll go slowly, and they you help them load the body up there, and they take 10 minutes, and they change his clothes into a suit, and they lay. And, she gathers some dried flowers from where and then line it around and make it look nice, and they go up and down the streets of Lucky. Oops. And not Lucky, Barovia.
When we disembark in town, I'll lean over to Strider. I don't want to talk about money, but at some point we're gonna have to talk about what this is all gonna cost them.
Agreed.
But I think it would be appropriate right now. I mean,
No, certainly
they're
not.
suffering.
So they come out and they go along this main drag to the center of town, and where they might have gone straight to go to the church, they take the right, and they go down, and they get about here, and you hear the wailing of that woman, and it's like finally she has a good reason to cry. And circles around, comes back through, comes around, and finally, probably a good 30 minutes later, you end up at the church, and they come up to the front, and he hops off. He's approaching. He's gonna go approach.
Before we get to the church, let's just assess what was the response in town.
So you guys saw firsthand how he took in those slaves, right? And so a good portion of the town are those slaves. It's at a third of the population. 40% maybe even of the population is the new population. So that was like 30 people, right? So the town is not that well populated, but those people saw him. He was a recognized face, and they came out and saw, and Irina would have been, come on. And as you went, the parade got a little bit bigger. The gentleman from the tavern, as well as the guy that was running the local shop, joined. So there's a decent mixture of half plus about 60-40 townspeople and the new residents, if you would. And we'll say, let's see.
There is a mix of old and new.
Yeah, that seems about right. 30, 40-ish people total. have joined. And as you approach the church,
We're going to say, okay, this is where we want to make sure that we're doing this well. Why don't you guys usher people to the cemetery with Ismark taking you to where they need to get set up. I'll go get Father Donovich, bring him out so that we can do this away from peering eyes and ears.
I mean, Ismark wants to go with you.
Right. Well, I'll explain to him. I'll get Father Donovich out to you. We don't want the people to see what's going on inside the church right now.
And I would say even before you get up there, he comes out. He hears the commotion out front. Yeah. And he's, what is going on out?
And I'll rush up to him and not run, but briskly walk, get ahead of Ismark and say, okay, Burgermeister's passed. They need to settle this tonight. He needs a funeral service outdoors, away from your son. And I'm sure the new Burgermeister will appreciate your honor and homage.
And he looks over the crowd and he says, Yanni, please help. And he escorts everyone to the side gate of the cemetery into a plot. And
wait, you can't manipulate the earth.
One open, the way people are just
you can move the earth.
His family has a crypt.
There you go.
Better.
And so let's bring his body and set it inside the crypt.
All right.
And they do that, and he stands up there and he gives his whole spiel: Lathander this, Lathander that, death, light, bringing all this. And there's some sobbing in the crowd, and definitely from Arena and Ismark's choking back the tears as well. And in the end, though, he says, and Ismark will step into his role and inherits his children, and his adoptive daughter inherit his standing, and will ensure the proper transition of the town. So that took at least an hour. So it's probably 7 o'clock now, and there's an hour left of daylight. And then after that, Irina is dwelling on the crypt as they roll the stone back in front, and she's just quietly sobbing. And Ismark will turn to you guys and says, we could use your services tonight if we are not making our leave. We need protection. I can make it worth your while.
That sounds good. We didn't pay the inn yet for our...
You paid the inn a gold each.
Oh, we did. Okay, we did. So we did. So we already paid the inn, but I'm sure you'll be able
I will cover that, and you give you each another 10 strad on top.
Excellent.
Thank you. That's very generous.
But with the agreement that you'll take her to Volaki in the morning.
Sure. As a favor to the new Burgermeister, we will do that.
Oh, and then, so you'll do that, and then you'll go back to their mansion.
I assume they have accommodations for us.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of
We'll
rooms.
get our accommodations from the inn, where our bags and
yeah. And let's see. Strider, are you human or are you half elf?
I'm a wood elf.
You're a wood elf. So at some point, probably talking to Gloin and Strider, as Varinka and Irina seem to be bonding and sharing stories. He says he opens up a book, a large book, and he opens it up and he pulls out a black feather, and he says, "Give this feather to the Markoviches that are running the Blue Water Inn and tell him that we need his protection. We need protection from, what are they called? The Keepers of the Feather. We require their protection.
Blue Water Inn.
Blue Water Inn is the main inn in
Blue Water Inn.
Vlaki.
The Feather of Protection.
He gives you a black,
Feather.
looks like a raven
Right.
feather. Give him this, and he will.
Keepers of the
Keepers of the Feather. We require the protection.
Keepers of the Feather.
Go to the Blue Water Inn. Ask for Erwin Martikov. Give him this feather and tell him that Kolyan died protecting Irina, and his last dying wish was to have the Keepers of the Feather protect his family.
Got all that? Scroll.
I can paste it in.
Yeah.
Blue Water Inn, Martikov, Feather, protection.
And I'll tell him you do know the Martikovs are.
Well, we're talking to them, but sure.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
What?
So basically,
You would share this.
The Barovians don't know about the Martikovs. The Markovs.
Well,
Being
word
hunted.
has already gotten to.
Vlaki.
But not Barovia. And we kept a low profile about it.
Oh, so they don't know about the Martikovs?
This Mark, I don't think did. He was at the bar and they were talking about the other Markovs at the wine vineyard. And we just said, hey, you
tell
know,
them that we've got the wine
Yeah.
and it's under new orders.
yeah, we didn't say anything about their being hunted or slaughtered.
Erwin is not the name of the
Right.
winery.
Right, he's a different one,
He's a different one.
Right.
but still a Markov. So all the Markovs are being hunted.
Martikovs.
Markovs,
End to his name. Boom.
exactly. So
They might have to change their name.
then, how do we find Erwin Markov?
At
I'm
the
out of the
Blue Water
conversation.
Inn.
Really, I just gave you the lead in there.
So he gives it to you two, the feather.
Okay.
Before we leave the church, do we want to ask? Do you, a fellow clergyman, want to ask if Father Donovich has any wards he can provide us with for our long journey tomorrow? Maybe he could prepare for tomorrow's journey.
It's an awesome idea. We are taking care of his son. Did he already give us one? I thought he was.
He was supposed
You worked on a spell scroll,
Spell scroll.
and that was a lesser restoration spell scroll.
So I have one. Lesser restoration.
But that's not what he's talking about.
to
We're
about
talking
some
about
sort of
wards
warding.
against evil.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, maybe you have something. I don't know.
yes, I do.
Protection from good and evil. Protection from, what is it called?
Don't know how long that's gonna last.
I would ritually cast Gentle Repose,
Okay.
assuming.
You did that at some point on the father?
Yeah.
So when it becomes undead inside the crypt, it's just going to go insane.
Good.
It's more
That's awesome.
So Gentle Repose prevents
For
Protection.
For so many days.
so many days. That's what I'm saying.
7 days. I think.
Yeah.
That's only the last
Corpse
10
touch
minutes.
for the duration of the target is protected from decay and can't become undead. 10 days.
10 days.
Cool.
So for
We're
10
gonna be
days,
gone.
don't be back
If
here
we
in 10
don't,
days.
we're not gonna make it 10 days. So you know, it's, you're wrong.
One way or the other.
One way or the other.
Did anybody ask what the Baron died of? Or the Burgermeister? I mean?
That's a good question.
We can ask it later. We got all night.
It's now.
Oh, okay.
Protection from evil and good. I can do that. Fine.
So, how have the previous attacks come, Ismark?
The Ismark. Okay. The creatures come at night.
What
The,
is there?
the howling.
Okay. So they're howling.
The,
Only it's only the devil dogs, werewolves.
exactly. wolves that stand on their hind legs as if they were men. Attack the house, scrape it. We fend them off. Last night we went to attack some, and we fended them off as they tried to break through our very door. And Father beat them down with our family sword, and yet he was overcome by the wounds, the scars, the scrapes, the slashes of the wolves, but at last we were able to beat them, fend them off.
They bite him.
We kept them at bay well enough that they couldn't get their teeth latched on us, but there was plenty of scrapes.
Okay. I'd say he's probably okay.
What about Irina and you?
Oh,
And
you can obviously see from them that they are scarred as well.
Yeah.
They have been injured.
And this is only from the werewolves, or these wolves.
From those night creatures, yes.
And so they broke in the door. So the door is repaired, I assume.
Yes, we barred it up again. It seems okay. But they get through last night. I don't know. That's why we want your protection.
Okay, so we're at the house. You guys have anything? I know I'm doing a lot of talking.
No,
No.
you're fine.
It's nice to have a leader.
So I'm gonna blame it when it all goes wrong.
Right.
So I'll spend 30 minutes setting alarms, 3 alarms. Do you have the blow up of the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna use this one because they don't have one. This is a different Burgermaster mansion, but it'll work for tonight.
If that's the area of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 3 30-foot, 20-foot cubes that I can set up. I'd like to set one up in front of the door, at the front and the back. Or should we...
Like that?
Yeah, one there, one at the back. What is all of this? Is that like a fireplace outside or something?
Looks like a chimney or something.
Oh, yeah. It's not an entrance. No, I guess it is.
Needs to be closer. There you
Yeah, it's just right up against the walls there.
go. Just so nothing slips behind.
Yeah. And then,
There's plenty of windows.
yeah. Any suggestions for the third one?
Well,
I guess I could do more, but it would take me an hour. So,
is it? You say it's a 30-foot cube,
20.
20-foot cube. But it has to be a
And
cube.
it just alarms me, right? And these will be set to different tones so that I know which one's what. Oh, I can make it audible, so I'll make them all audible and of different tones so that we know which one's which.
Oh, these aren't there.
I was gonna say those dogs are
So
really
when
handy.
when I set them to like, hey Siri, say back door when it's this alarm. Stop. That's funny.
So you want to pick somewhere else, put the other one?
Yeah, I mean, can I get both of those windows there? I don't know.
This fits between any two of the.
Maybe we could set up a fallback room. We should definitely have a fallback. Is that 20 feet?
This says, yeah, about.
So it won't cover both of those windows, right? I don't think it will.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to want to.
It's just
not quite.
Well, why don't you could put? We should maybe.
I could put more. They're rituals, right?
Well, what if we put?
I think it cancels out though. I don't think you can stack them.
So what if we put? There's the bedroom there with 4 beds in it, right? So what if we were? If that was our.
It doesn't say anything.
If that's where we're going to be.
Yeah, put it here.
Well, I was thinking there, or even in the hallway.
As Ismark gathers what you're trying to do, he says, "They will be obvious. You will hear them."
Maybe we should set them up for inside then.
Well, that's where I was going. Is
Okay.
if we were to park one in the hallway, so that we had,
So we'll know if they came in the back door.
we'd have a second line of defense or a second line of alert
You know what?
before they got too far.
The room with the circle table is the only room with one door. No, that one next door too, I guess.
The bedroom.
Yeah.
So
So all about choke points. So
maybe we just set the alarms like we have the first 2, but then set in another one just outside that door. And then we know when they're at the door. Yeah.
or do you want to have? Do you want to take advantage of?
Being able to fall back.
Well, okay, these rooms are adjoined, right? So you'd have somewhere to fall back one way or the other.
We got to defend 6
But then
points
there's
of
2
access.
doors.
There's 3 doors if you count both rooms,
Yeah.
and 3 windows. So, what's upstairs?
Well, I liked your observation that the bedroom has only one door.
I'm just gonna say there is no upstairs to keep it simple for me.
Okay. I just happen to see the stairs.
Yeah.
So we stay in the bedroom, right? And we'd have the alert at that door, at that window, because there's only one window to that room, and then this one down the hall. So if they came in the front, we'd get some notice well in advance of them making it to our door.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I think that makes sense. I mean, if they do punch their way in, we're gonna get some notice.
There's no escape though.
It's true. We would be boxed in, but it's just a matter of,
What how he feels about burning his house now.
well, there's always that.
It's always a fireball.
This is our family home. Are you insane?
Yeah.
You want your sister protected, right?
How did you know?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
If you're going to burn down a house, then let's stay at the inn tonight.
Yeah, right. Or burn it up.
My treat.
So many access points.
We've got it boarded up. They just broke into one room. We tried to fortify
Which one was that?
the front door. They came and they burst through this one door. We beat them back
Huh?
and we boarded it back up. But as you can see,
Your wise tactician, Strider,
I'd say let's move this one further towards the front.
to catch the doors.
Well, just catch the doors, but also give us that much more notice, right? So if we had to punch out, we have time to bail, right? Because right now we're fish in a barrel, and yes, we've created awesome single choke points. It makes it easier to defend, but like to your point, we're also boxed in. So the more notice we have, we could eject if we had to. So let's do that. And that still gives us coverage if they come through a window and they come through a door. We still have notice, right? And if they come through that window, we have notice. So, and then this one notice, our window notice. This way, a door notice. So yeah, I think we're good.
and as you're talking, you hear Ismark shout, "On guard!" And he throws a sword at Irina. Not like she's trying to kill her, but tosses it to her, and he lunges at her like he's going to chop her in half, and she goes, whoosh, and they start sparring. You must be better to survive. Whoosh, and they just start right in the living room, start going at it. Swell.
Who did he ask was insane?
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. So I'll spend 30 minutes setting those.
Do you need practice too, dwarf?
Oh, fireball! Careful! Don't start.
You have the axe. Do you know how to use it?
Where's my T-shirt? I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I was casting a fireball.
Then,
Don't test me.
I just want to.
so why do you even carry that aspen?
In case I run out of fireballs.
So
Well, was he? Well, if he was making. Okay.
He was not. There easily can tell this is a sparring exercise.
Okay.
And he's not literally trying to hurt anyone here, but it's vigorous and you get the sense that
It's not
they've
their
done
first
this
rodeo,
before, right?
okay, Burgermeister. There'll be enough time for battle tonight. It sounds. Let's continue to fortify as best we can. Channel all of these evil things, so we can kill them.
You've been deliberating. What's your plan? And you share.
Yeah.
So you want us all to stay in that one room tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, somebody outside in the hall. I'll take the first watch. And
Will your alarms trigger when we go?
they're
use the-
audible, so it'll say window, it'll say doors, it'll say hall.
even when I walk through.
No, it's set so
Arena.
it won't do that for anybody who's here now. We'll be able to move through them without triggering them, but as soon as a foreign person or thing comes through that area, we will all hear a large warning, a loud warning. If you want to have food, let's get the food into the room, and let's make sure there's a little bit of food in every room, though. So these things that smell the food there too. Preferably raw.
Did you ever get the meat pie into his mouth?
We determined that wasn't going to work. We'll save the meat pie.
It's got to be 7:30. You're burning daylight here if you want to go back to that church.
Nope.
Nope.
We're not going to try to make him eat that meat pie.
Doesn't sound that way.
You've had other priorities.
Yep.
It didn't sound like it was going to work for Donovich, anyways. All right, we got a plan?
We're all gonna die.
Yes, we are.
You settle in
It's going to
early,
be one hell of a
right? It's 8:00. Dusk comes, and you decide to go to bed
I'll
almost
take the
immediately.
first watch in the hall.
Almost immediately. It's 8 p.m. Sun has just set, and you start to relax. I don't know if you sleep, but you're relaxing in the room as you gather up. And it's at this point, Irina would want to know your background, and you would share.
Yeah, where I'm from and the
What?
mountains of Thess.
Yeah. What do you remember of your childhood? You're so familiar to me.
I was born to Goliath and was raised by my mother, the chieftain who led the Goliath tribe, the Gaul tribe,
Mm-hmm.
and she raised me, and my father was also a leader in the tribe.
And you had a sister and a brother?
You know, I did, and they were good, healthy Goliaths, hardworking.
Okay. I had the vision that your history was the same as hers.
Oh.
But that's fine.
I didn't remember that being part of my history, but I thought you had
Yeah.
it.
And she would relate
And
that.
I would tell her I was kidnapped, and this is part of we ended up here because we were rescuing slaves who came here. That they were brought here by the.
We tried to
The
treat them
Vistani.
well. And she would go into her background of I alas don't remember my very well. I was so young. I remember fishing with my father, brother, and sister. And the day was getting late, and we docked the boat, pulled it up and shored the boat, and that's when the creatures attacked. Father beat them off, and I ran, and my brother ran and ran. I could hear my father screaming in the background, and my brother crying in fear and terror and running away. And I was crying and running through the mist. And I pulled up to a tree to hide, and I cried the night. And in the morning, Father Donovich found me and brought me into this town. And I was so blessed that the burgomaster took me as his own and then raised me as his own. And that's kind of her story. But I've never seen my father or brother again. I don't remember their faces all so well after all of these years. So she is seemingly 20-ish, and this is like 4 or 5 years old when this happened. So that's her story. But you give us protection. Can you protect us from the wolves? But can you protect us from Strahd? Can you help me, perhaps? And she will. I have this secret that Strahd himself has visited.
Who's she telling this to?
You.
Okay.
She's
in the hall with me.
Or in the
I'm
corner.
doing watch.
Okay, all right, sitting in the hall. And she says, I have been visited by Strahd no less than twice.
You have.
And the next time we meet, I hope it's more on my terms, if you know what I mean. He has a manner about him where I find myself weakless.
Really? I've met him. He's an imposing figure. I felt
his power is
stricken.
intoxicating.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
And when I come to my senses, I am repulsed. But yet, in the moment, I am powerless against his advances.
I felt similar. He is definitely overwhelming my ability to reason. He seems friendly. Well, I mean, being honest, right? I'm an outsider. But I know that, there's more to him than...
I would rather take my life than let him violate me again.
So, you definitely can... Have you thought about ways to stop him from... What have you tried? I'm sure you've tried things. He's only visited you twice, so you've only had two ways of failing.
I am a privileged girl, not of many means or abilities. Just
You seem to fight okay.
these minor teachings that are spouting with my brother and father. By the way, I am going to give you a new character, a level 1 character of Irina Kolyana for the team to manage and play. And as a group, she is now level 1. And we will use standard experience points leveling for her. So as you advance, if you keep her protected, that's fine. If she doesn't engage in battle, she won't get experience. She engages in battle, she'll get experience and she'll level up.
That's not necessarily a good thing if she turns. The higher level she is when she turns, the worse it all.
Yeah, it's just, turn. I have no intention. I'd rather kill myself than turn. And Ismark says I should take our family's sword. It's a nice shiny sword. It's the Lamalui Indirovich. That's Varulian for the blade of Indirovich. It's the family name. And Ismark trusts me with this sword and says if I'm to be off on my own, I should carry it with me.
That's impressive.
So, she's a first level fighter as she started, and she has a +1 longsword.
Okay.
And she has resources. And name.
So what has she tried that's failed?
Virtually nothing.
Okay. So knowing is half the battle.
So
how do you think you want to do this on your terms? The next encounter.
with your aid, we can gather resources. We can gather people to aid us in our battle.
Did you guys talk to me about Irwin and the feather? Did you guys tell me anything?
Sure.
I think we were in separate places at the time.
At the time you were, but I'm assuming you talked.
Okay. Well, maybe the Mardikovs can help protect you in Valaki long enough for you to figure out your own terms.
Yeah. So I know father and brother have this shadow organization, but we don't even know if it exists.
How have you heard of this feather organization?
That would explain why he hates
And birds.
I know nothing of it other than what my father has told me.
Ah.
All the birds dead, right?
Well, we've met the Mardikovs. They seem capable. I've met some Mardikovs. They seem fairly capable.
So maybe there's hope there.
and dead.
Some of them. I don't need to tell her that. She needs to be picked up right now.
Sorry.
It's a first level. It's a first level character.
So 8 o'clock passes, 9 o'clock passes, 10 o'clock passes. How late is your shift?
I don't know. Typically it's 4 hours, 3 hours. Right? It's usually 3 people over 8 hours.
As long as we each get 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as
So
you each
we gotta
get.
be ready first thing in the morning.
And you also have Irina and Ismark to aid.
So 8 to 6 is 10 hours. So we need to have 2 hours shifts.
Yeah, 5.
You're the elf. You can spend all night.
Well, you need 4 hours
Half a
of
night, half an hour,
hours
half a
of.
night.
We can each do 2 hours. 5 people, 2 hours each.
Yeah, that's
Unless she's doing it with you.
true. Yeah, but I don't trust her now. You don't know that, but
Well, I'm suspicious
so
that she's hiding something, and I
Yeah.
know what you hide with those. And especially since Irina, just remember the story that one guy told us at the camp about his sister. And she had 2 bites.
yeah.
Encounters with Strahd. And they killed her before the 3rd encounter.
Right. Yeah. No,
Good
no,
memory.
I see that.
Yeah. I did- I remember
Trumps
that,
me.
but-
I'm like, what?
I don't need to write stuff down. And just because my wife tells me my memory sucks, just because I can't go to a grocery store with anything more than 3 items that I can't remember, that's regardless.
right. Yeah, it's our limit too.
That's what Renee and I joke about all the time.
I have
It's
a
like,
cra-
that's
I
more
have a
than
joint
3, you gotta
right
write it
there.
down now.
I have a grocery
you
list.
too?
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is.
We have an app.
That just makes it easier.
She starts making a list. I'm going 3. Oh, no, gotta make the list.
Yep.
Our groceries app on the phone.
Yep. You can make notes for the whole family. A reminder list. Just easy. For Apple, anyways. So I'll do the first 2 hours then, and then I'll wake you up
Okay.
and ask, inform you. Okay, Strahd has gotten to her a couple times, and she's desperate not to be.
Yeah.
In that situation
I was
again.
suspicious of that because
So-
of the thing she was wearing.
Yeah, and I'll say when you get your relief from Strider,
Tell him.
make sure he knows.
Yeah.
And Ismark does not know. So let's keep it that way for now.
So she hasn't told this much.
She hasn't told anybody.
That's why she's
I mean,
wearing-
maybe she thought she was talking to the mirror with me. Yeah, girls talk,
Yeah.
So
Okay. So I'm doing the 10 to 12.
Okay. And then you go to wake up who? Strider?
Yeah.
You go to wake up Strider, and
I tell him about Irina's been gotten to twice already.
yeah, the whole spiel.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes into Strider's is when the howling starts.
We're not gonna get much sleep if this goes on.
At first it's the wind, as the wind is picked up and the stormy night, crashes of lightning. It started to rain outside. Leaks in the roof have water has started to drip into the room, just here and there, and as they move chamber pots into the right spot to collect it, and the crashes of lightning and the howling of the wind gives way to howling of other things. At first you think it's just the wind, but then it gets louder and more persistent
Closer.
and closer.
Great.
You look left, you look right,
Yeah.
and you hear it going in his deep snoring that you.
Don't snore. Just because my wife says so.
All right. Well,
apparently it's a werewolf Pomeranian.
well, you know what? They're out there and we're in here, and I guess there's probably a lot of them. It's nothing I'm gonna fight on my own. At least not readily.
I am sorry, guys, but I only brought one piece.
I see how you are.
Not to worry.
Homemade.
Now you said these cubes, wards, whatever, will not trigger if any of us go through.
Correct.
Okay. So that's good.
You can even retreat through it and
Okay.
you'll be fine.
Over the course of the next 30 minutes, it seems to be getting closer. The howls seem to get closer and closer. And you would think the thunder and lightning would let up. It seems to be persisting.
And is the howling like? I guess maybe I need to do a perception check or whatever. As far as can I tell, is it localizing? Like on any one wall? Like could I go to a window and peek, or is
Well,
it like
you only have the one window, and so you can hear it, definitely hear it best out that. It might be coming from the other sides of the house.
Maybe clarify, where are you?
well, we were
I thought the windows were
Yeah,
boarded.
the hallway was where we were guarding.
Let's move everyone in here. Oh, come on, Dave.
I thought the windows were all boarded.
They are.
That too.
Double
Not
board.
looking out.
Double board the one that we just had. We have. We're in.
And players. Looking for players. We have Gloin. We have Strider out here.
Yep.
And we have Varinka.
Feet off the bottom, resting on the chest.
So you hear that outside. Well, I guess you're not near a window. So where would you be?
Well, that's the thing.
You hear the howling from outside. Where would you go to get a better sound?
Better. Well, I don't want to disturb my crew. I mean, I realize the storm's already a mess. So I will. I would go to I'll go here. I can move me. Duh. I'll go look out as best as I can. I assume it's not like
Yeah.
so boarded that you can't peek
Well, yeah.
and listen.
Yeah, there's some cracks in there, and you can feel the weather through it as the house is not very well sealed tight. A creature couldn't get through, but you can definitely see out there. And as you listen, as you listen for the howls, you try to pull yourself to the window that you think is coming strongly, and you pick this one to do it. And so let's roll a perception check.
Can do. Perception roll. Normal roll. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do it that way. I got die right here. Let's go. Perception. That's a 24.
A 24. Yeah. So in a strike of lightning where the whole horizon turns white for that brief second, you see a creature, a wolf standing on its hind legs, walk some 200 feet from the house as a crack of lightning goes, and its head just kind of looks over to the window where you're standing, and it leans its head back and in a guttural calling.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Take a shot. Take a shot.
That's Lycanthrope. Great. Those are awesome.
And then in just that instant, it goes dark again in the night sky.
So it's,
You don't do you have dark vision? 60 probably.
yeah.
So this is with your 24 perception check. That was a nice catch.
Right. Okay, but would I be able to tell that he's left, or did you just move him off because it's dark?
I moved him off because that's nowhere close to 200 feet.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right. Got it. Okay, understood. All right.
This howling has been going on for better of 30 minutes.
Right. More like an hour. It's second 30 minutes. Well, the first part was a storm, and now we got to the critters. All right. Well, so I saw him over there, a ways off.
Yeah, in another flash of lightning, he's gone.
Yeah.
At least not in that spot.
Right.
The howls are still present
Yep.
and getting closer.
Swell. Okay. Well, then I'm going to spend. Let's see. Well, part of being on watch is being on watch. So, I came to where I thought it was. I peeked out. I saw him. So then I'm going to course, however, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go look out this window on the other side.
All right, give me another perception check.
Sure thing. That's a 13. Not nearly as good, but
Yeah. So you see a trio of wolves kind of not too far from the house, kind of following each other in a formation.
are they on all fours or are they standing?
All on all fours.
Okay. All right. And they're on this side. All right, so I'm gonna hang here and keep an eye on them for as long as they're in view. See if they. I basically want to see.
And they're just kind of patrolling at a distance.
Got it.
How long do you stay there?
Well, once they've passed, then I'm going to. Where will I go? I will make my way.
Jeez, it's so finicky.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Sensitive. Mouse.
It's the Apple mouse.
I'm gonna peek out this window and see if they come around the corner or not.
Yeah. Sure. As a kind of, they give it a bit of a wide berth. I don't know. Oh, cool. Nice. How they all turn like that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Ooh, there they are. And as you watch them, as they come about, right up to the window, where'd the window go? From the side that you weren't watching, a big muzzle comes, starts scraping at the window.
It's almost like he knew you were there.
Fancy that.
Yeah, he's banging on the window,
Okay.
tearing at
And
it.
he's bigger than the others.
Oh, he is definitely not
Yeah.
on its
Facing.
all four.
Yeah.
This one is standing, nose is face to face to where your face, as you were leaning forward and looking over there. This thing pushed its, you could feel its breath through the hole where your eye was.
Alright.
And as you stumble back,
Well,
The island keeps you from falling.
what's that?
The island.
Yeah, the
table
island kept me
keeps you-
from falling. That's great. Okay, what do I want to do about that? Because again, I want to protect my friends, but I don't want to wake my friends because our sleep is far too important. Let's see, what can I throw?
You
Let's-
should go out there. Oh wait, I thought it was a DM for saying.
You can take him.
Yeah, you can take them. Just a couple old dogs.
Just a wolfy wolf. All right.
Fireball.
Let's see. Let's do.
We gotta get you away from that fireball. He's gonna torch us all. Fire! Fire!
and after you back off and he attacks that window, you hear his back. He opens his throat again in a guttural. Ah! And this one is a much less smooth howl as it is more of a guttural cry.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Well, he's gonna be hurting more here in a second. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Space choice when rating. Okay. Yeah, that's not the same though. Alright, let's just go with this. Alright, so I'll cast Frostbite at it,
Okay.
just to kind of let him know I see him and he's not welcome.
I'll see his howl.
I'll see his howl, raise him a Frostbite.
Frostbite.
So,
Is that a cantrip?
yes, it is a cantrip.
So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw. Or
Scare
some,
me
no,
off.
not wisdom.
Con save.
Con save.
Okay, this is plus
Con
2.
failed.
Failed.
Excellent. So then he's going to take 2d6. 11 points of
Nice.
whatever that is, cold damage. 11 points of cold damage as a frost engulfs his body.
Yeah, so as you guide it right through that tiny crack, and you rah, as it scurries away.
Excellent. All right, that'll learn you. Mess with me. Yeah, exactly. Mess with me. Mess with the elf, you get the frostbite.
I'm the alpha.
All right. All right, so he ran away. Excellent. Let's see. He's going that way. And they went that way. Well, let's see. All right. I'm gonna go. Where'd I went? Oh, there we go.
Soon after that, it gets really quiet.
Excellent.
Maybe.
The storm is quiet. The rain stops for a minute. Not for a minute. The rain stops. The thunder and lightning seem to pulled off. No howls for about 15 minutes.
Awesome.
But when that 15 minutes is up, it's like they all wake up at once. And all the howling is... And it's really, really close, coming from all... It's so close that I want you two to each roll a Constitution saving throw.
Those two or me?
Those two, you're awake.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not awake. I rolled a 3.
Well, this is where I kind of think opposite.
15.
15, I would say... Actually, you would wake up. 15 is your Constitution holds and you stay asleep. All right? You wake up and you hear this loud crying of wolves. Let's see how Ismark and Arena do. Ismark and Irina wakes up. She sits up and you sit up and you both look at and you lock eyes.
Prepare yourself.
And she puts on her breastplate and starts strapping it on.
I go over to the window and I look out the window.
Yeah. You look out. It's dark.
I can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
So I wait for the lightning if it comes.
Yeah, there is at this point that howling lasted for 30 seconds before it died off. And I guess I'll go back to you. You hear that after you had this encounter with that werewolf. Where did you go?
I went to this dining room window because it looked like he was going, I'll say south.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to keep eyes on him. I mean, the others are a concern, but he's a bigger concern.
Yeah, and you might have saw him run past at some point.
Mm-hmm. Hit him again. Yeah, I guess I could. I don't know
It's been 15.
He's certainly within range. I could swat him.
It's been
a second.
15 minutes, right? So
Well, not at the point he saw it. It was probably just a minute later he saw him
then 15.
kind of prowling outside of that window and in the general direction toward the front of the house.
I'm going to.
But now it's erupted in noise, right?
It erupted in noise for a strong 30 seconds, and then it stopped and went quiet again.
Yeah, well, I would make my way to this front sitting room where I've got two windows where I can watch the corners, so I can see if them coming along this way, and I can watch and see if they turn towards the front.
It does seem like there's more of them. You can see up to 6 feet with the dim light. Yeah, you can see kind of out in the edge of the yard where there's trees and shrubs, maybe that fence, right? You can see their beady little eyes kind of reflecting in the night. And in that minute, you start to hear the ground and something, as you look through this east window, you see a much larger beast charging the front door.
No, that's not good.
I assume I would feel this as well.
And you know, to say you'd feel this creature is probably is an exaggeration. But what you would feel in here is it crash into the front door. Yeah, as you can hear, the whole front of the house shakes as it hits that front door. You know, dust falls, piece of wood kind of splinter away, and through the crack you see see it kind of back off.
You wanna wake up yet?
I don't know. Does Varinka wake you up?
Yeah. I think at this point, I hear that crash. I wake you up. I wake Ismark up. I make a duplicate of myself.
Yeah, it is time then.
Something's going on. We need to find Strider. And I'll make my way to the door with my echo. With the door open through the I'll look. So I'll be able to see the echo in the room, but I'll still be in the hall looking for Strider. I'm not going to yell or anything like that. The door is still intact, right?
This front door is intact. You come out and you move forward.
I don't move forward. I just come out
You come out.
so I can see my echo in the room because I have to have eye contact.
So,
I don't see Strider anywhere.
You see him in front.
There he is. Okay.
Yeah. So Strider, you were here. Yeah.
Right.
And you saw that creature run into it. It bounced. It rammed into it, and then it kind of backed off and kind of trotted away. What would you do?
At this point, I would be moving to get my friends because that's big and it made a.
So you get to here and you look down the hallway and you see Varinka coming out of the door.
Right. Okay.
Let's roll for initiative just so we can have some sort of turn order.
I am 17.
I'd like to.
Rinka is 17.
Let's see if this works. Okay, fine. Okay, so initiative is +1. There's 13 for me. Because I'd like to do something. That would be my last 4th level spell, though. When did I cast a 4th level spell, though? Oh, Stone Shake. Ah, that's a 4th level spell. Okay.
What'd you get, Strider?
My initiative roll was a 6.
All right. Of course, he would be first, and he's in the bathroom. Hey, bring me one of those, would you?
I'll just select your.
Thank you. So, Varinka,
Yes.
you're up.
Wow. assume Gloin is up and ready. They're ready now.
Yeah, he's sat up in his bed and he's like, "What's going on?"
I'm gonna say, I see Strider. I'm gonna go talk to him. You cover the window.
Did I hear the?
Something banged on the door really loud. That's all I can decipher. So let me go find out what's going on.
If they're trying to come in through
So
the
my
front
Echo and
door,
I will go down to.
I wanted to.
Strider.
I want to do something to guard it.
What happened to his? Oh,
You
there it
say
is.
what? Say that last part again.
If they're trying to come in the front door, I want to do something to guard it.
Let me see what Strider says.
Okay.
Then we can use it against the door that we have, or the window we have.
I can move this thing around.
Oh.
I believe I
Let me go find out what's really going on. So I'll go ask Strider what's going on.
Which one's
With
you?
my Echo.
This is your Echo?
That
What?
one's me.
This is your Echo?
Yes. They're both gonna go down and talk to Strider. One's gonna be behind the other one.
It doesn't say I can move it.
What's going on? In a heightened whisper.
Well, there are all 4 wolves, all 4 foot on the ground, all 4 wolves in groups of 3, and at least 2 werewolves. One attacked the back. I hit him with a frostbite. The other one just hammered the front door. I think he might have even been bigger than the one in the back. But they've retreated for now. Don't know whether they're just regrouping or what, but they've made it as far as the doors and the barred windows. And there's more than one.
It's you.
I'm glad you're up because I was coming to get you.
We'll step a little bit and see what happens. I don't want to make this a whole night thing. We need to get a rest.
I know I did my level best and got you almost to the end of
I'll
it's
I'll
probably
appraise
been a good
everybody. I woke everybody up.
45.
We'll give it a few minutes and then we'll all settle back in.
Is this fellow? Who is this? Is that Ismark?
In the bedroom?
No, in the front foyer.
Where are you looking?
Well, there's a person right there.
Right where?
Right.
That's a letter A.
Well, on my screen, it's a person.
Ha!
Just saying.
That's funny.
Well, look here, right? There's nothing there.
Okay. Well, must just be this screen. Then. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll give it a little bit and see if they charge again.
Yeah. So I'll go back. I'll appraise everybody's. There was some sort of a probe. There's, a bunch of wolves pursuing. This is all stuff we know. They haven't gotten it or anything yet. So let's just try to get some rest.
And about then is when you hear another crash into the door. The whole wall shudders. More dust falls, splinters of some nails pop, 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 pop. The door is absolutely taking some damage.
This is the front door.
I poke back out the door. I see the dust. And I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't go to sleep. Looks like you're going to make a concerted effort of it.
I say we start stacking these hay bales.
Yeah, start blocking up the...
Block that door as best we can.
I say we put it right at the hallway. Then we can use the hallway as a way to,
Oh, choke point. Yeah.
slow them down.
Okay. So I'll retreat into the hallway. And then we'll use the hay bales to, maybe go 2 or 3 high. Give
They
them
can
some-
leap. They can probably leap into that now that I think about it.
Well, yeah, but it's in some regard. I mean, there's a lot of those. I mean, if we pulled every one of those back, we could probably build a 3 bale by 3 bale.
You have experience with bales of hay?
What's that?
Do you have experience with bales of hay?
It's a bale of hay.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
It's a well.
I'm strong enough to do it.
It's a soft brick. I mean, they're readily stackable.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
But they're easily knocked over too.
They're very easily moved.
Yeah, but well, okay. My point is, if we put 6 on the bottom, like there are enough there to put
Yep.
a 2 by 3.
You can definitely put a pile of them in front of the door, or in this hallway. Absolutely.
In the hallway, at the edge of the hallway.
And they would have to get through it
Tough
some.
terrain,
How about a
at
spirit
least
guardian
momentarily.
instead?
Yep. Yep. I totally agree. So you stack up those bales of hay right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Why do they have bales of hay in their family home?
Well, maybe for the very same reason.
Yeah.
We're not the ones that decorated the house.
Bad tool.
I would just draw a box.
Grab the wrong tool.
Let's put a yellow box.
Yeah. Well, it came out red.
That's interesting because it's not showing out. Oh, there it comes. Shut the door. Nice.
That was good. It's a good color.
And a few minutes later, another kabang.
So I bring my echo up to the hay bales, and I'm readying at the hay bales. So my turn.
Am I still in the back room, or what am I gonna do?
Comes up. Kabang! Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. We didn't really follow turn order there, did we? So, Vrinka, Gloin, yeah. You're made aware of this. What do you do?
Yeah, so they won't let me cast fireballs. So,
Spinning out all this hay around.
so I see someone's trying to get in the door. I take it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I already apprised you that they were trying to. That was
Every
that.
5 to 10 minutes, there seems to be another collision on that door.
So I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith on the door and at the area of the door. It has a range of 30.
So you come out of the room. You move to the front. Do you go through the? Do you go to the other side of the bed?
Within 30 feet of the door.
Yeah, let's see.
House.
So I don't need to come all the way up. So I'm casting a Spirit Guardian.
Yeah,
instead.
so you're gonna have to be on the other side of the hay.
Actually, it's a big foyer. You're gonna have to get over there.
So right there, you're about 30 feet.
So I cast Spirit Guardian at the door.
Okay. Now, Spirit Guardian surrounds you. Doesn't.
No.
No, this is you're using the wrong.
Guardian of Faith. I'm sorry.
That's different.
All right.
But then the description probably says a spirit guardian.
A large spectral guardian
spectral.
appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice
Spirit guardian.
that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and a shield, emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. If he does not, the creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save and half damage on a successful one. When the guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
Nice.
So it doesn't die until it does the 60 damage.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So you cast this Guardian.
Spirit.
Yes. Guardian of Faith. Did it show up when I clicked on it to cast it? It probably didn't.
Now, to cast it outside, I'm going to say you have to go up to the door and look outside to see where you're going to put it.
I'm going to cast him at the
Inside.
door.
Inside the door.
Inside the door.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, there's a difference because inside the door means he's not going to come in effect until he breaks down the door. Outside the door.
Didn't you hear?
Maybe I spoke.
Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian.
So
Even though
If
there's a
he's
wall.
at the door, that's 10 feet on
All
the
right.
other side of the door.
Even though it's on the other side of a wall.
It doesn't say that. It just says within 10 feet
All
of
right.
the guardian.
All right, so we put him here, and soon after you put him there, that same wolf charges up, hits the door. It rumbles, and you hear it screech from doing the damage. How's the damage work?
20 radiant.
20 radiant. And as he hits it and enters that space, a flare of light shines through and lights him up for how much damage?
20. If he failed the dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Disadvantage because he's not expecting it. 13. What's his? This is this guy. Dexterity is a +2. 15.
Mine's 16.
All right, so takes 20 points of damage. You hear a yelp from outside. That's it.
Yeah.
And you start to hear the scraping of walls and windows. This window right here to the south, you hear it starting a banging on the window.
Do you have to stay within 30 feet of that guardian?
No.
I suggest you get on the other side of the
Yes.
on your turn. Next turn.
And this
I'll read
window.
it again, guy.
No, you got it.
Oh, you're good.
You just want to show off.
I won't guarantee I'll remember anyway. So you probably have to read it to me 3 or 4 times.
To cast it, I have to be within 30 feet. It doesn't say anything about if I walk away.
All right. So it's done 20 of its 60 points of damage.
Right.
Yes.
Fair enough. Five minutes. Well, no, not 5 minutes. You start to hear this from the sides.
Yes. So that covers the front door for a while. Now they're going to try other spaces.
Right.
Other ways.
All right. So that was Gloin. Ismark. Ismark will stay with Irina. What would Irina do?
Stay there. I would have instructed her to stay. Just be ready to fight, but stay.
So we have time here, right? So I'm going to take 10 minutes while things are heating.
So in my mind, Irina is the girl from the first Pirates of the Caribbean. She will not want to stay. All right, so
I think it's not my turn yet. So.
I gave you a turn.
Hey, 10 minutes. You got 6 seconds, man.
Well, things are, they're banging around. They're not coming in right away.
Now
But they're
they are.
definitely banging
They were
on the
right
windows.
before.
Strider, what would you do?
I had 10 minutes. I cast Prayer of Healing.
Let's see here. Get there. Here.
Why do you need prayer of healing?
Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range each regain hit points equal to 2d8. Of course, you haven't lost any hit points
Exactly.
yet.
I would. All right.
Are these undead?
Are they?
I don't
Would
know
would
which
Gloin
one
know
it
that?
was.
I don't know about werewolves.
I think they died and
Can
came back.
is it? Can I tell that, or can I hear, sense that that one's at the
Still at the front door.
the north wall there?
This one at the north wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So then,
You run in there?
just normal movement,
Yeah.
which puts me on like
Whoop.
just the other side of the rug, I think.
You think you're here?
Yeah.
All right.
And let's see. Can I?
You can't see through it from that far back.
Okay.
I mean, the holes are not gaping. Otherwise,
sure.
they'd be coming, pawing through it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you put your eyeball up to it, you'd be able to see through it. Otherwise, no.
Got it.
It's actively pounding on that window, though. You can tell.
Yeah. But I don't know that I've got much that I can. I mean, there's not much that I can do. The best I can do is basically that's choke point, and I can man it. So normal movement, I can't get close enough on my normal movement to cast a spell because I'd be close enough to see him. So I will. So I've moved. I will have the, two-handed grip on my blood spear.
Nice.
At the ready. So if he comes to the door, then we're going to be thrusting.
Oh,
So
that's the window, though.
Or window, I mean. So, and I'll hold a dodge action.
Mm-hmm.
So if he comes through the window, I'm going to get out of the way.
Okay. Varinka.
Bonus action. Switch my echo with me, where you currently have it. And then I'm going to cast web on the door that's up in front of me. So echo's down by the door with Arena.
This one?
Yeah.
You can cast web on this one.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it on the one to the kitchen there, or whatever that space is.
All right. How big of a space does that take?
I believe it's 20 feet. Let me just double check. It is a 20-foot cube.
All right.
It will last 1 hour. If a creature gets stuck in it, it has to pass at a strength DC. Spell save. Its strength has to beat my spell save.
Funny. All right. So is that reasonable?
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Gloin, what are you doing?
Oh, I thought I was back up.
You're there.
Now that's
You-
what you're going to do on your turn.
It's your turn now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna back up inside the wards.
Where would you like to end up? Somewhere in there.
Whatever my movement is,
Okay.
25 feet.
Probably a little less as you had to crawl over that pile of hay.
Okay, so there's no creatures inside, so just
Ready in action.
what's the actions I would take? Like I said, I thought about casting Prayer of Healing, but none of us have taken damage yet, so there's no need for that yet. Yeah, just no. I'm just going. I'm ready for combat. I've got my axe, but
You did hear scratching at the window down here.
okay.
Best
Okay.
offense.
Best
Best offense is a great.
Back to you,
defense.
Strider.
Back to me. All right. Okay. So, all right, I will use a portion, a third.
Did you ready in action?
Nope. What action would I bring?
Shoot your crossbow at the wolf if he comes through the door, or whatever.
Well, nothing's
Something.
coming through that door.
Yeah,
Well,
the
something's
correct
gonna
action
come
would be
through that
kiss your ass goodbye.
door. Yeah.
Right. Then you want to die.
All right, it's over here. Okay, so I've approached the window so that I have him in sight. And let's see.
You look through the window, and he's not there anymore.
No.
That was last turn.
Fine.
I guess I could just ready a cantrip.
All right. Well then.
And you hear, window, 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 window.
Oh heck.
Now, the good news is Mark and Irina heard that too.
Right. And it's their window. Okay, so I used. Okay. Right, so that was that.
I used my reaction to turn around.
You turn around and you see taste the blade of my feel of my blade as you see Arena charging the window and just jabbing the window through.
Are you at the door there?
Yeah. I switched my echo.
It's the game where you sticking a blade through the hole. Window, 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 window.
So he's still there.
There's not much you can do, right? I mean, you can move, you can do stuff,
Right.
and this is going to go on, all right? Unless you go out of the building, attacks at random windows recur, all right? And after 5 minutes or so, there's a large crash at the back door.
As he climbs over the building.
Don't mind the giant wolf coming. Oh heck.
It'll take me multiple turns just to get to the back door.
Well,
How
that's
long?
where
How long a period of time was it? 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
5 minutes is what I said.
Yeah. It's,
And we'll start the round over. And so these werewolves, they kind of go from window to window as they're just testing the defenses. If you were to look outside, you'd see that they're accompanied by a number of groups of regular wolves.
By the way, he stays there for 8 hours.
Okay. Varinka, back up to you.
I will take another opportunity to cast web on the other door, right in front of me.
North or south?
That one.
The south.
Yeah, and it would be on the inside the room side of the door.
Now, there's no concentration of this, right?
Nope. Let me double check. But oh, it does. So I can't do it.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. It was overkill, anyways. I will regroup into the room.
Into here.
And leave my echo where I can see it in the hall. Yeah. So, bonus action.
And
I
you
should
just
plan-
see Arena kind of looking around that window.
And that, I guess, let's see, yes, I still got an action. I let go of the alarm spell on the window. 'Cause once it's triggered, it's triggered.
Are they separate occurrences? Can you do that?
What do you mean?
I mean...
Each one is an individual spell.
Okay.
You can't reset it.
I can't reset it.
It takes
without
10 minutes.
recasting it, which I guess I could have done, but
No, you don't
I think
waste
we're pretty much know that they're out there. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're all awake, so.
yeah. I think we need to get either offensive at this point or
Yeah, so I'd like to get to the back door, but it's going to take me
Couple rounds.
couple rounds to get there.
12 seconds.
The Guardian will take care of the front door.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good. Can you direct him to move?
No, I can't. didn't say anything about being able to move it.
I think it was a great move to have him right up by the door.
Yeah.
Anything else for
I
Veronica?
will hold my action to cast Thunderclap.
Lane, you're up next, and then Strider on deck.
I will cast.
Yeah, I'm heading to the back door.
All right.
I will cast True Strike, which is a cantrip, on Irina.
Nice.
Nice.
So she gets advantage on her first attack against a target.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have to see the target. Forget it. It's the first time I try to cast that. I'm not familiar with it. I'll just hold my action to cast the True Strike on Irina if something comes through.
In the next 6 seconds, if you see something, you don't want to do that.
I'll lose that spell.
I'll cast True Strike on that thing that comes through the window.
That only happens if it happens in the next 6 seconds.
It's a cantrip,
That's good. All right.
Okay.
but it'll give anybody first.
1, 2, 3, 4,
on that
5,
target.
6, 7, 8. Want to pick a number?
8.
All right. Then come to that window. Actually, 2
I'm
rolls.
kinda
There's 2 of them.
I'm kind of glad.
2 of them. Nope.
I like that one. That's a 4. Oh,
It was a 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
both times.
different window. It wasn't the one you called. But Gloin dashes past Strider in her dash to get to the back of the building. Strider, what do you do?
Let's see. He's charging to the back. Must be something on back there.
Well, you heard it crash
Yeah, that's true.
into the back.
Well, I was gonna kind of head that way, but then I was also having second thoughts and thinking about.
Well, you also hear random windows,
Right.
alternating windows are being attacked as well.
Right, which is where I was contemplating getting myself to a window so that I could bust out the flaming sphere, which, I can move and slam into things like these lesser wolves that might do more damage to. Yeah, but if it's smashed the door, then this is tough. We have 2-front war here, multi-front wars. Those are never good. I'm gonna follow Gloin.
The 2 of you make it your way to the back door.
question for me is: are these the hype men, or are these the bad guys for the night, or are they just rousing us for the star attraction?
Doesn't matter.
And as you stand, boom! Again, it hits that back door.
So are we there yet?
Oh yeah, you're there.
Over there.
Can I see out the window?
You can't see out. You can see out the window, but this isn't a window. This is a door.
No. I want to go to that window.
You're gonna go up
so
to
I
this
can
window.
look out the door.
You crawl up on that table, and you're looking out the window, and you see it rounding back for a wide loop, as if it's gonna make another approach.
And I cast a cantrip. Sacred Flame.
All right.
Range of 60 feet.
As it gets within range, you're gonna hit it with a 60 foot. You Strider see him doing that. What do you do?
Okay, I see Gloin doing. No.
He's Gloin has climbed up on that table and is doing his oogity boogity through a small hall of the window.
Beginning to
Right.
glow.
Yeah. Where's this? The one that doesn't have any windows. Heckity heck.
Don't talk back.
What's that?
I thought you said yakety yak.
No, heckity heck.
So while that's happening, what are you doing?
I think let's barricade the window.
This one? Which
Yeah.
one?
There's only one window there, right?
In this room, there is.
Let's barricade that window.
Okay, so you push end tables and tables up against it, and she goes, "But I can't stick my knife through that, my blade through there if we do that."
At this point, there'll be plenty of blade action tonight. Save your your power for the main assault.
All right. So Strider will move where I have him where I want him. I'm out of the direct line of sight of the door, and I will. So I moved, albeit not all my whatever, but that's enough. And I'm going to cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
Flame blade.
Flame Blade.
So resolve your spell.
Yes, so Sacred Flame, he has to make a Dex 16 save.
What did I say his dex was? +2. So he failed.
So he takes 2d8 plus 5 of radiant. Is that right? Radiant damage.
13
Radiant damage. 2d8
+5.
So it's 8 and 5 is 13.
How'd I know?
Amazing.
That's just enough to kill him.
No, yeah, right.
It's taking some damage. You hit it with and then it kind of pushes him to the side one, but then he corrects his path and rams into that door again. Nice strong hit. The door's crack, kind of pushes in like an inch, and you see it round for another attack.
Something's gonna happen.
It continues. So, any different actions? You want to try it again as he approaches?
Another radiant. Yeah. Sacred Flame.
All right. He fails again.
Let's see if I can do a little better. No, I do worse. 6 plus 5 is
11.
Not by a lot, though.
This time when he rounds, you can't see where he goes.
okay. If I can't see him, I can't.
And right in your face, a claw juts through the window
Lop it off.
and swipes at you and then retracts.
I don't have to be right at them, as long as I can see out there.
Yeah, well, I gave him disadvantage on the attack. And then as his hand pulls forward, you kind of look through it and you can see it kind of running off into the darkness again.
Well, I mean, if I could see that hand, I could have cast Radiant.
If you'd held your action for it, absolutely, I would have let you.
Okay.
So this continues, and one of the funny thing is, they actually break down one of the windows. And let's roll. We'll call this one, and we'll go clockwise. There's 8 of them.
We're
Ooh,
getting
8.
rest tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This window right here. Eventually, they break it down.
Which window?
This one right here. I'll put a box around it. This one right here.
Okay. That's good.
All right. They know it's open, but they don't come in. They just continue to work on other windows.
Certainly, we would have heard that one.
Oh yeah, you know,
way
you're
around.
absolutely, as you dash from room to room, you see that, and you.
Okay.
And I would say enough so that you probably flip over this table and you lean it up against that window. Insight checks.
20. I believe I have plus 2.
Wow. 2 plus 8 is 10.
Plus 4. So 22.
Yeah. You get to the sense that their purpose here is for terror, not necessarily carnage.
Well, let's go to bed
You think they're out to kill you.
Oh yeah.
I will. I was already thinking that. That's
So
glad I got-
this lasts for about an hour, and then they leave.
I think they were just trying to provoke us to come out there, and hopefully they'll be done for the night. But it's been 20 minutes. 30
Well, hour, a whole, because their attacks were sporadic and
Right.
separated.
moving.
So that would have taken. That
Fro-
would have taken us through the second watch, because
Yeah,
they
because
were-
it took them an hour to approach, and then an hour worth of attacking,
right,
and now it's 2 a.m.
but everyone's been awake for at least an hour. So is it? I mean, who?
Well, I
In
would
theory,
say
I was on watch.
You have a 4-hour watch, right?
Well, you did start your evening 2 hours early. Everyone went to bed about 8 a.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
And so
That'll be ruckus next week.
right. And you were on for 2 hours. That got us to
He was
10
on
o'clock.
for 2.
Oh, you were on for 2.
Yeah, he was.
And then he
Ten-
came
Oh, that's
lead
right.
you,
Okay,
and then
He woke
so
you
I-
up.
So I got my. Oh,
So we're like 30 minutes into it.
Your watch was 12 to 2, unless you want to do 4 hours because you're an elf.
So it's 2:30.
which I'm prepared to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2:30, right? If he was a half an hour into it,
Okay.
not the
Okay,
half
so
hour's really.
we go back to bed. He finishes his watch,
Right.
and then
Well, hopefully,
You wanted to get up early.
yeah, we did because we need to go get him.
so if Ismark does the last 2 hours, I think he can.
And I guess before we lay down, like, what time is dawn?
6.
So, yeah, we'll get there. And we'll be leaving first thing in the morning. So get your sleep if you can.
Yeah. And it's hard to sleep. Your adrenaline's going, and Arena is excited, and Ismark's excited, but things, and it's been this way every night for the last months. Save but a couple. And Irina kind of lowers her head.
All right.
It's just not safe here anymore.
That's evident.
All right. We still have 2 alarms. So
The rest of the night goes uneventful. You get your long rest. Everyone gets their long rest. It's 6 a.m. first light.
all right, we'll wake everybody up. Say, okay, Mark, this is time to say goodbyes. And
And Ismark goes and hooks up the horses to the carriage. And Irina packs a chest of a variety of things. In addition to her armor, which is a studded leather armor that she wears, she also has a formal attire that she brings.
makes sense. And
Of course, her sword.
is there anything that you have to tell the Burgermeister, to show the Burgermeister that you are who you say you are? And does he know
yeah.
you already?
I have my crest.
And then we'll head for the church.
I have a
Rouse you
question
guys,
about
obviously.
Arena's armor class. I thought it was 12. She's wearing studded leather. Is that as good as it can get? Is that correct?
Let's see what it is. It's probably not activated. So let's see. Inventory. Oh, it's just leather armor.
Okay.
So that made her AC 11, and her dexterity gave it another one to give her 12.
Yeah. I thought you said studded leather.
Yeah. I did say studded leather, but I misspoke apparently.
Okay.
And we'll inform as soon as we leave. We'll let Ismark know. Not Ismark. Arena know that we're picking up a guest, and it'll be dangerous. But it's to save his life.
So you're not going to tell her?
No, I'm telling her now.
You're telling her.
On the way there.
You said guest. Are you going to?
Sorry.
Are you going to tell her?
Picking up a guest. Yeah.
Are you going to tell her?
Yeah.
All right, so you're just a guest. You're gonna explain the situation.
Yes.
And
this is one of her townspeople.
she'd know Doru, and she would say something. We've warned them not to take league with that wizard from a year ago.
There's a story for the long ride.
Well, the one that fought
Yes.
Strahd was more than a year
Probably.
ago.
Was it?
No, it's that one.
Oh. I didn't realize it was that recent.
I don't remember what I told you, but it's now a year ago.
Okay.
This is the abbot's son.
Yeah. No. The priest's
the
son.
priest's son.
Donovan.
Donovich.
Donovich.
Yeah. His son took
The
league
one
with.
word that's
That's what I mean.
turned, and we're
Oh, we
taking
need to
the
bring the
abbot
sheep.
at
So we bring the sheep too.
Crest.
We pick up the sheep or whatever it was. So we didn't leave it there.
Yeah, amazingly, it's still in the shed. Somehow, all these wolves
Very
didn't.
focused
on the
it.
house.
Well, we already paid. We had him at the inn. Maybe they
I
had a
thought
stable
we left
yard.
it.
Oh, sure, we left
We
them
left
at the
him
inn with the
Because
horses
we
at the
already
inn.
paid for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You swing by the inn, you pick up the sheep, you go to the church.
And so here's where I'm gonna lean on you guys because I don't know how we're getting to this yet.
Well, I could cast hold person.
I think we let him feed and then we cast hold the person.
Yeah, sure.
If he tries to attack anybody else but the sheep, we hold person on him and then he starves his way there.
Yes. So
Donovich has lamb chops.
he would have to
You
do a wisdom saving throw.
rub the pie all over him.
On the sheep.
Rub it on the sheep. That is so awesome. That's an
Not a
awesome
bad
idea.
idea. See, the DM has a good idea once in a while.
We should have done that last night.
He was joking, but
I don't know that it'll really work.
It'll
I mean, he's not after the meat.
It'll get in his mouth.
Juice to the bone.
feed the pie to the sheep.
Right. So we're gonna give the
Yeah,
sheep
yeah.
to quell his
So who's
hunger,
gonna,
and then we're gonna cast hold person
And it only lasts for
and load
1
him in
minute.
the box.
who's
And
opening
he's
the
got
door?
to save. He's got to fail a wisdom saving throw.
You know what? I'll open the door. Somebody's gonna offer him the sheep. Maybe his dad.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah, better bet.
All right. So
I didn't prepare a sheep.
Why? It doesn't. That's you don't.
Mer.
all right. So that big black and white sheep.
It's a black and white. It's kind of muddy.
It reminds me of the
So
the
my
Ant-Man
echo.
movie.
I will summon my echo
He's-
as well.
Poor little lambs being taken in there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And
So here's the plan.
yeah,
Now you know the plan. He knows the plan.
yeah. Okay, I'll take the chain off. We'll open the door and we'll throw the sheep down.
No,
No,
we got him to come out. He's got to come out so we can take him.
he hands you the key and he steps back.
Swell.
Chicken. This is your son. For shame, sir.
I'm a man of the cloth.
And hence should be prepared to get
Do
your.
we all agree that he
get
has
your
to come
hands
out? Is
dirty.
there a way we can keep him in there? I don't think he's gonna come out if it's daytime.
If you open that door and with that sheep there, I guarantee he'll come out.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll take the
What's he
key.
gonna do when he comes out? He's gonna go straight for the sheep.
Should we could tell him there's food. He would be right at the door. I guarantee.
Well, we don't want him at the door yet. You'll yell it
Okay,
when
tell
it's
me when.
time.
Tell me when.
So he'll hear. I'm sure he's gonna hear the rattling of the chain as we unlock it.
Oh yes.
And I'm standing on the door at the moment.
Okay.
I summon my echo through the door. So
You have to be able to see. Oh, you mean through
yeah. So I tell my echo to
the one's
block-
back here,
within sight, but yes.
like here.
There, yeah. And then I will jump off.
So this you?
Yes. I will jump off the door. Jump off. It was good where it was. There. And then I will bonus action switch my echo so that I'm outside. And the echo's inside now.
At some point you had to unlock the lock.
Yeah, I already did.
All right.
But I was standing on it at that time. And then I jumped off. And I switched as my bonus action.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm outside. I'm outside, the echo's inside. And now I'll instruct Donovich to
Yeah.
call his son.
Yeah. And almost the same time he does, the fellow says, Doru, we've brought you some fresh meat. And he goes, Father, I can smell it. I can sense it. Its blood courses through the veins. And he pokes his head out and he looks. When he pokes his head out, what does he see?
He sees my echo, gray figure.
And he's
And the
hesitant.
sheep.
He's hesitant, and he takes a long breath in, and turns away from you, and then pounces on the sheep. It could tell that
It wasn't there.
there's no blood there.
Yeah.
Good choice.
As the creature starts to just, you hear the blood curling. As its neck, just blood and gore flopping everywhere, as it feeds off the blood of this sheep.
Okay.
Okay,
You
so
ready?
casting.
Cast hold person. We have 1 minute, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do you let him feed for a little while?
Now. I'm going now.
We have 1 minute to get him in the coffin.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a Goliath. I'll pick him up.
Or we could have.
Is this what you really what you want to do?
We could claim that before we did all this, we brought the coffin right here by the door.
Well, I assume.
Well, it's a big stone coffin.
It's
and
a-
we have to carry it out.
it's
the
a
coffin.
Oh, the carriage is out there.
The carriage is
On
the carriage is pretty close to outside the door.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We would have had it close enough.
Yeah,
We're
the
not-
carriage is like right here.
Yeah, we're all prepared. It'll
That's
take
what I
me 10, 15,
I
20
just
seconds.
wanted to be
Half an hour.
explicit
Half an
because-
hour.
Very good. No, that's good.
So you got to take the sheep with you.
No. The sheep's done its purpose. It drew him out, kept him distracted long enough. That's all it needed to do.
He's still hungry.
That's not my problem.
He'll be crying and whining.
He'll have
If
fed.
you want me to cast hold person right now, I will.
He gets stronger the more he feeds.
Yeah,
Hold person.
that's where we were headed.
Read the hold person spell.
Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
All right, I'm gonna say he's a humanoid.
Well,
And
he's a dead humanoid, but he's a humanoid.
sure. All right. What? And he needs to roll what kind of save?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom and saving for. This is +0.
I didn't think you'd be too smart.
This is actually +3. He has a 0 modifier, but he apparently has proficiency. 18.
So
I
it
will.
fails.
I will make him re-roll that. I see the potential going wrong, and I make him re-roll.
Yeah, down to a 2, so it's a 5.
Okay. He's paralyzed.
His face buried into the neck of this thing, and it's just stuck there and it won't move.
So I don't think you. I think you
So
take.
I bonus action into where my shadow is, my echo is.
Yeah.
I grab him. I say, "Get out of the way!" And I start charging to the coffin.
Okay.
So 30 seconds. I get
and
to the
you're
coffin.
standing there with the door lid ready to put it on
yeah.
and start.
The guy
changing
can't be
it.
a buck 25, right?
Oh yeah, light. But every 6 seconds he gets a save.
Yeah.
All right.
While he's laying on your shoulder.
That's a lot.
Well, how long? How many? Let's establish how many seconds it's going to take.
You
me.
pick him up 6 seconds. You move through this door to this door
Half
6
distance
seconds.
with dash is full.
So that's 1 to
40
pick him up, 2 to move. Yeah, but you're carrying him, so we're gonna slow him.
But then I'm dashing.
You're dashing.
So
All right.
Full movement, right?
So 3. So we're gonna say 3,
Thank you. That seems real.
not 5.
Right.
3. So 1, 2, 3. 1 was an 18.
All right. I'm gonna. 1 was an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I'm
first
gonna
one
make
was
him
an
re-roll
18.
that.
All right. The second one was a 7.
He fails.
The third one was a 17.
Okay. I can't do anything about that.
All right. So you get to the you get to this point right here, and he starts wiggling. He shakes out of his hold person.
Very strong.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh, seems fair.
I'll just take the axe, chop his head off.
Go for the head. You can-
Always
Definitely.
I have 13.
8.
6. Second time tonight.
8 for Gloin.
Yes.
Let's see what kind of reactions I have.
Varika, you had a 13.
He's going for your
Yes.
neck next.
Exactly.
Good news is you're near the top of the initiative, so you get to do something.
You want any of those cookies to go home with you?
It
I'll
doesn't
take
matter
one
to
more
me.
before we leave.
Doesn't matter.
If there's.
Well, there's 3.
One for each of you. How about that?
All right.
Dude,
I'm gonna grab by his legs and smack him against the wall.
Does anyone else want one?
No, good.
I just
All right.
want one.
Doru had the 15, so he comes to his senses, and you're holding him, and he's going to take a bite attack on you. I mean, you're holding him just like that. So you still have him grappled. This is a +6 to hit. That's cocked. 23.
Oh, that's what I need.
All right.
Live vampire. Awesome.
So you take 6 piercing damage, 7 necrotic damage, and you need to make a
Alright, say that again. Slow down. How much damage?
6 piercing, 7 necrotic is
So
13 total.
Not
The
100.
target's hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the necrotic. So your maximum hit points are reduced by 7.
Okay. How do I fix that?
You write it down, go into your sheet. You might note that in your notes.
7 minus would be 55. I got it. Oh, no, that's not.
Oh, there is no Constitution saving throw. So you are lucky in that. But as you are grappling it, it is grappling you back. So it's as you're holding on it to like your shoulder, it has wrapped its arm around your torso or your neck and your back as it grabs onto you and bites into your neck. And so that was its turn, and we are to Varinka.
By the way, there is an override, max HP. That's what does it. Alright, so I am going to bonus action to my Echo, which is in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to come out to the doorway, and I am going to be trying to think about what did I just put this? I am going to cast see how high is this? Sorry.
Strider, you're going to be on deck.
Got it.
It's writing. Sometimes you think it would be right there, clear as day. They just outline it for you. 5d8. Okay. Plus another 2d8. So 7d8. I'm going to cast sleep on him. So I need 7d8. So there's 4 there.
Before you do, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
You're quite confident your normal sleep spell wouldn't be enough for this creature
Okay. I guess
at full hit points.
I guess I won't. Cast at full hit points.
As you roll a 19 plus whatever.
You know, I'm gonna go back to my first thing, and my echo is going to just slam him against the wall. Just take him by the legs, you know, because he's hunched over my back. Just wham.
Give me a strength and with your athletics added to it.
Strength with athletics. So I gotta roll that anyways. 13 plus my strength, which is 3,
16.
plus my athletics, which is 6.
Yeah. So you have the strength to do this feat.
Yeah.
Now he's going to take a D6. Are you going to let him go, or are you going to hold on to him?
I'm letting him go.
So
Actually, you know what? It's my echo. I don't care. I'm gonna hold on to him.
you are going to hold on to him. Let's give us a 2d6 bludgeoning. 2d6 bludgeoning. Plus your strength.
7 plus
3.
strength is 3. Yeah, it's a 10.
10 points of bludgeoning.
Seems like it'd be more than that. That's okay. It is what it is.
Okay. Yes, it didn't seem like it did as much damage as you might have liked it to. All right. The father says, Doru, calm down. They're trying to help. Blood. I can smell it in him. And Strider, you're up. As he kind of, the father kind of backs off to give himself some distance.
Okay, he doesn't care about his son enough.
There's a balance. There's a balance between caring for his son and the terror of a vampire spawn.
That's his son.
That would eat him if he had a chance.
Okay. So
I'd have put a stake in his heart a long time ago myself.
You wouldn't do everything you could to try to save your son. Your actual living, breathing
If
son.
I actually believed in vampires and blah blah blah.
If they were real,
If they were real.
let's suspend disbelief.
all right. So Strider, I mean, he's
Right there.
right there.
Within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. So what I'm going to Strider, I'm going to cast Poison Spray. Extend your hand, creature.
Mm-hmm.
You can see within range.
That's a cone, right?
Hang on. Extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm.
Yes.
Creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take.
All I'm saying is it's intertwined with Varinka.
Well,
An echo, which you know is an echo.
That's right. but
if
it
takes
is.
damage, it goes away, right? Which we don't want.
Which I can summon anytime. Now, yeah, you won't be grappled anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're the closest thing to him.
Yeah. Don't want that.
yeah,
All right. Never mind.
His boy's standing right there, by the way.
Come on, we could be the vampire.
On
Stun
one
bite.
creature that you can see. Okay. Then I guess I will go back to Frostbite.
The blood of
What's he have to do?
yours is lit
Constitution saving fail. Constitution fail. 14.
Passed.
Okay. Target takes this much. On a failed save, target takes one. On a failed save. Oh. So. Well, that's great if it fails. What happens if it succeeds?
there. Is it a?
It's a cantrip.
Well, then nothing happens.
Okay, alright.
There's no.
Fine. So I attempt that. Sputter. Nothing happens. Bonus action. I will summon my flame blade, because that is a bonus action for me.
Yeah.
And just
Power
Guess
of Christ compels you.
I'm gonna have to give him a choppy chop.
As a
Now you already did an action.
With this bonus action.
Your action was your puff.
Right.
So you don't have an attack left. Your attack was the poison spray.
Okay.
Or the chill touch or whatever. Frostbite. Yeah.
You still summoned your flame.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had your
right.
bonus action.
If he tries to flee, you got a shot.
Yeah. Alright, then that's what I'll do. I'll have my flame blade at the ready.
Did I missed Gloin in there. Gloin, what'd you have for is it 8?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He has attacked as a reaction. So it's not my action, it's a reaction. I can cast Warding Flare.
You can do that when it's its turn and it's attacking somebody. The reaction is as it does something, you react to it.
When you are,
So that warning flare is it's about to hit Strider, and you say reaction warding flare.
it doesn't say here, but I know that I can cast it when one of my friends is attacked also.
That's what I'm saying.
When you are attacked by a creature.
Right, and you're not currently.
When a friend of mine is attacked.
And correct on the creature's turn when that creature is attacking one of your.
Did it attack Varenka and it put it?
Oh, absolutely did.
And I was right there.
You could have done it then.
I should have done it. Okay. So I can't.
It will have another turn.
Fine.
Does the bright light of my flame blade have any effect on this?
No.
Alright, just
Yeah,
checking.
that's not radiant. And
Fine.
yeah.
Well, all of. Anyway, okay. So it's my turn. I'm going to.
Step up.
No, I'm not going to.
No, don't step up.
Why would I want to?
You can go.
Closer to this thing.
Fine, you go back with Father Donovich and you cower.
No,
He's right.
I'm right. Where'd you put me?
I was teasing.
I'm casting Sacred Flame and I'm hitting it with radiant damage.
Okay.
So it's got to pass a Dex 16
That should-
save.
Nice damage.
+3. Fails.
So he takes 2d8 plus 5.
Radiant.
That's 13 plus 5 is 18 radiant.
18 radiant.
Whoa.
Plus extra damage because it's radiant.
For some reason,
It's not.
doesn't take extra damage from radiant.
I would think most of them did. Okay. I could turn him, but then he's going to try and.
But it took
Yeah, I don't
damage.
want that.
How much?
18.
Nice strong hit.
Yeah, I didn't think we wanted him to run him because then
No.
we would never find him.
Yeah, and then we still gotta get him in the box. Right now he's at least grappled.
Yes. At least he's grappled.
We could just dump him in the box. We'll say it's right there.
He's gonna bite me again.
And as soon as the.
But it's not you, it's your duplicate.
Yeah, but as soon as
Right.
the duplicate gets bit, it dies and gets spears.
Right. Which is a problem. Because
All right, that was your turn.
And I am not that strong. Not even remotely.
It's its turn, and it knows it has this blood sense to it, so it stops grappling you, and it swipes at Strider.
Even though
So
I have grapple this though.
yeah, but you're within 5. You're
Sure.
So this is +6, 13
For what?
for Strider. I assume no.
Oh, to hit?
Correct.
AC.
You're correct. No. No hit.
And then a 9 would miss. So it, as it's over the shoulder of the fake Varenka, it starts swinging at you. And we are now to Varenka.
Finish taking it to the box and
Yeah.
shut him in.
Truly.
I'm trying to determine.
Your guy hasn't taken any damage. Get him into the box and that's
Yeah.
the lid on it.
I'm gonna just try to take him to the. And I have to move myself outside whatever that distance is.
So the two of you move to here, to the edge of the cart, which we're saying is kind of in these two squares.
Right.
As you do, Irina takes the hilt of her sword and goes, boom, try to hit it on its head. This is plus a bunch. Oh, not enough though. She rolled a 2.
I have to come out of the door too, so.
Yeah,
Just-
you follow it.
Okay, just that's enough. And then
And you use your action to. You gonna let go of it?
no, I'm
No.
gonna slam it into the as best I can, right?
All right.
I don't know how high things are and all that stuff.
Well, yeah. So to get to the cart, I'm gonna.
Someone's got to put the lid on it before his turn comes up.
Come on. You move around to the back of the cart. Where
Did he go?
did he go?
Oh yeah, he swiped at him. Yeah.
Yeah. So you move to the back of the
All
cart,
of you guys have a chance to
and you
flop him in there.
flop them in there. That's gonna be hard. You're trying to maintain the grapple as you do it,
Yes.
but you try to slam them in there.
Right.
Give me another athletics check.
17.
Oh yeah. So get,
3. Is this
yeah.
20?
and that's plus your strength modifier.
8 plus 3. So 11.
Another 11 points of damage. All right. It's seeming somewhat bloody, however. Yeah. It seems to, on its turn, you could see that some of its wounds started to heal up.
Quick, close this.
On the way.
You flopped it into the coffin.
It's daylight.
And you're
right?
yes,
Dawn. It's breaking dawn.
it's breaking dawn. Yes, but this is Barovia.
We're
So-
dim all the time.
It's discomforting, but it's probably not good.
The fake Varinka is holding it down. We are to Irina. Irina gets in the back and starts throwing the lid over the top of it.
Nice.
What about these guys? These are the ones. These guys.
Well, it
It's
wasn't
not our
there.
turn.
Now
Oh,
it's
I see.
Gloin's turn.
And I go out, and I only got 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, you move and you dash up to the side, and as a free action, you're helping her get that over.
Yeah.
All right. The father moves up. Is he going to be okay? You
Stop
get
squirming.
get well, son.
Is he okay?
Strider, you move up and to help.
Yes, and I can because that's within my normal movement. Whoa.
Start
Yeah, we
putting
both-
chains on it then.
And I assume the chains.
We're already laid there, so all we got.
No, you couldn't have because the chains were on the door. So somebody ran and grabbed the chains. Strider, you ran and grabbed the chains, and came back out. As I need Varinka, I want you to do another strength grapple,
14.
14 with advantage,
Okay.
because Arena is helping you.
14.
14. All right, he's going to try to break free. The spawn's strength is +3. Nope. You hold him down. And the lid, he's kind of pushing against it. You get out with the chains. You start wrapping that chain around and locking him up. And we're going to say you got him in the cart.
I'm gonna yell. Can you hold Person again?
Yeah.
Do that.
The father
Then we can
said,
chain him.
Hey, what? You should throw that sheep in with it.
No, no.
No,
No,
that just
no, no,
helps
no,
him
no.
heal.
Yeah.
I'm not
This
doing
makes him
that.
stronger.
Yeah, well, he's going to heal while he's in this.
Well,
spot.
yeah,
But
but
he's not gonna get extra food to do it.
Yeah.
we're not going to aid and abet in this one.
If we hold him, we can chain him. And then he's completely pliable. So, to that extent.
Father,
in the box.
So it only lasts 1 minute, and he gets a wisdom saving check every 6 seconds.
But once he's bound with the chains, they can't get out. Right?
so Father
can't break through.
Donovich will come up
We're
and
wrapping the chains around the box to keep him not on him personally.
No, but that's what he's advocating. He's advocating doing the whole person.
Well, we should have discussed this before we're doing it.
I just realized it.
you
There's
can
a lot of things I would have done
Hindsight's
different.
20/20, my friend.
open it back up.
Oh, heck no.
No, we're stuck here, I guess.
Yeah, and you hear,
You'll see Strider
let me
hot-footed out
out!
of here if that's
Father, let me out! I'll be good, I swear.
You'll be better when you're done with me.
Get outside the city.
Father Donovich hands you a letter. Give this to the abbot. He will certainly be able to help. I pray to Lathander.
Because I still don't. I agree with you. I don't see how we're getting inside Lavak
We're not.
with him.
We're
in
just
the
going to drop her off. Maybe one of us go in with her. Make
We're
sure
gonna drop
she
her
gets
off
safe
where?
and secure.
Oh,
in
with the,
Milwaukee. We'll stay
water
outside
trials?
of town, outside of the walls, out of respect to the.
So let's think about. I know we're over just a little bit here. Let's look at the land.
I'm good with the over. I don't know about
Just looking at the map here. All right, you are in
Barovia.
Barovia,
We're going
All right.
to Wallachia.
and so you have a carriage with 2 horses, with at least Irina, and you have your cart with 1 horse with the coffin. So you might think about who's in which. Right, you can easily put 2 in the cart with the coffin, and the carriage can hold as many.
I'm sorry. I thought the coffin was on the carriage.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Well, that way we can leave the cart outside.
I mean, you can move it to the carriage if you want, but it wouldn't. It's awkward, right? The
Yeah,
carriage
it's not designed for that.
The carriage is meant for people movement.
Carriages quite often
speed.
have a thing on the back to carry luggage.
Yeah, but it's not.
not a 6-foot coffin. Out of
That's
stone.
right.
I agree.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So I would say we put Varika and Gloin on the cart with the coffin because they're the 2 best to take him down or quell him, right? So you'd be in proximity.
Or let him out.
I'm pretty sure I can put a fireball or 2 right inside that coffin.
Yeah. Right. So I say you 2 go with that, and I will ride
Well,
with
how many you take to kill the
with
spawn?
Ismark and Irina as the other.
Well,
sounds
Ismark isn't going with us.
Ismark isn't with
Right.
you.
Oh,
But
okay.
Irina-
So then me and Irina. Oh, great. So I'm with the 2-bit gal. Great.
He's with the one. He's with the one big gal.
Yeah. All right.
It is my intention that you guys run that character entirely. You'll have the character. It's in there. You can open it 2 times.
Yeah.
Two different screens. That you run Irina. Headstrong, eager to learn, fighter, wants to jump in, but she's only level 1. She did get some experience. I give her some experience from the surviving the wolves, and I give her some experience from the spawn encounter. But you didn't kill anything, so it wouldn't be that much.
Where is she in this?
You don't have access to her?
Open campaign, and then you should be able to find the characters listed, and then just click on her.
Is it not there? Should be there.
I may not be in the right place. I'm just.
I just go here to the list at the top, go to collections, and then go to campaigns, my campaigns, and then you'll see them listed, and then you just pick one. So Dark
Are you in?
Ascension.
Oh, you're in D&D.
Yep.
So the temptation is,
There's all the characters.
as you, it's by the time you did all this, you get on the road. It's
She's
6:30.
at the top.
All right, we're leaving the village of Barovia at 6:30. Horseback. Well, double speed because you have horses and carriages.
Okay. So now I gotta get back.
Eventually, you pass the river. You pass those gallows that are creepy. You stay on the road. You don't take the
Shortcut.
shortcut because you don't want any attention from the Vistani. The question's going to be, you pass through the gate, you pass through the entrance of Castle Ravenloft, the gates of Ravenloft, and you pass the windmill. And I think that would be temptation for you. Do you pause, or do you keep going at the windmill?
I'm looking at Gloin. I'm like, yes.
Don't we have enough things on our plate?
You know what? I want to firebomb this place like there's no tomorrow.
Hey,
But
I've probably got 3 or 4.
we're
fireballs
carrying too
on.
much. We're carrying too much overhead right now.
Now, here's the thing. As you go past the windmill, no, well, kind of. As you pause the carriage, the wagon train, if you would, in front of the windmill, you do hear noises of kids, but they're outside playing. That's it.
Frolicking.
No, well, not frolicking isn't right, but you see young children, a couple of them, out in the yard. There's, I'd say, a 7-year-old and an 8-year-old, that kind of age. They're kind of playing, and there's another one that's kind of working on something in a basket in the yard. Sitting in the back, there's some old lady.
I look over to Gloria. I'm like, that's weird. I would not have thought of that. Place is some place where kids would be having fun.
Why not? It's supposed to be a orphanage.
That's true.
But do you believe it?
Nothing is as it looks around here.
So
Really?
that's the temptation. The question is,
Do you investigate?
do you go and investigate, or do you keep moving?
We've had.
We got too much
Yeah,
risk
so much
on our
on
table.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised we survived this far. Frankly.
I thought we were going to be dead by step 2, so this is
Yeah.
great.
We're on step 6. This is awesome. We made it 3 hours.
All right. It's 9:30.
Is it really?
No.
Oh.
9:30 a.m. in game, and you're approaching the gates of Avlaki.
Yeah.
So I will signal for you guys to go in and
And that's where we'll start next week.
just try to go in with her.
9:30 a.m. Gates of Avlaki. Now the other group is 6 p. Well, it's 6 p.m. the previous night, as they are about to go have dinner with the burgomaster of Avlaki.
It was perfect.
Except for Glenn is
Not here.
not going to be here. So might have to figure out how to catch them up. And Wes, I don't know if Wes is going to be back next week or not.
Yeah, I don't remember what he said. We'd have to look,
He probably
look through
won't
the
be
text
just
string.
getting back. My guess is he'll be just getting back.
Yeah. All right. And so I'm going to end my stream, as we all forgot that we were streaming.
Woohoo!
All right.
Now, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm not finding
So this is posted on Dave Imaginations. I'll look for it later just so the girls can watch. They'll think it's cool.
Okay, I went into...
If it
If
works.
you made it public.
Well, I should be able to control that.
Yes.
And it seems it did something for 3 hours plus.
Good. And you can edit it. So,
Oh, there. Okay, got it.
you're recording again.
Wait a second to find it.
There you go. No, it's still recording.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's the cool part, right?
Pause.
Nope, it's still running. The live, isn't it?
Yeah. Edit.
Oh, end stream.
Where?
Right.
Oh yeah.
That button.
Yeah. Cancel. End stream. End.